fans watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? This is our boy, Coach Malachi Williams in the building. And we back, man. True Media Today USA Boxing, man. We are back. Just checking, making sure everything is okay, making sure everybody can hear me. It does seem like everything is on point. We're going to have another good show today. You know what I mean? So, man, I'm excited about this week, bro. I'm not going to lie. Javante Davis and Ryan Garcia. I really, to be honest with you guys, I really want to thank both of those guys for, giving us something to be excited about. Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, those guys really wanted to make that fight happen. They made it happen. And, irregardless of who you think is going to win, you know what I mean? It is what it is. This fight is a good fight. I'm not going to lie. There's no belt on the line. So, believe it or not, because of some of the other big fights that's not happening. We do have Lomachenko and Devin Haney fighting next month. I don't know if that, let me move this camera to the side a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if, okay, I think I'm good. Yeah. I don't know if the excitement, the electricity, the twicity level is going to be to where this is at. But I perceive it will. I perceive maybe it will after this fight is over with, because Lomachenko, Devin Haney, that's going to be the next fight. It's going to be in Vegas. It's going to be for undisputed. Lomachenko, his fan base believes he's the greatest fighter in the history of boxing, greater than Ali and all those other guys. I feel some type of way about that. And so his fan base believes that. So for me, I really want to see what Devin Haney do with Lomachenko, because me personally, I think the hyperbole is just too high. I know he's a good fighter, but I think the hyperbole is too high. If you feel that Shakur Stevenson them got a boring style, then Lomachenko got a boring style too. As far as I'm concerned, he boring as hell. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's far as I'm concerned. So it is what it is. But let's get back on topic now. This is amazing because I remember looking at this video. I remember when Tank said this, and I said, I want to do a show on this. What he said. He said this not too long ago, really on Fight Hub TV. So, and he was talking about it really touched me. You know what I mean? Because all I talk about is the old school. You know that. I'm like, man, these fighters today is just different, man. A lot of these fighters today, they delicate. They delicate and all this stuff there, right? And so it's just a lot. Hey, I want to address something before I go. Hey, Green Eye Speed, don't block nobody, Green Eye Speed. Because I noticed yesterday, I think you timed out. Shaw News, don't time nobody out, don't block nobody. Don't time nobody out, don't block nobody. Please don't. You know what I mean? Do not do that. When I think about those old school guys, I think about, the grit, the passion. Just, they seemed like they was tougher. They fought more, and their willingness to jump in the ring and fight the top guys. Well, now I'm not going to say, now we didn't get Roy Jones and Carl Zaga in their prime, or Bernard Hopkins or Carl Zaga in their prime, but that was more so networks. That was more so Showtime, HBO, yada, 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 yada. And we have a lot of that going on right now. As well. So, that was more so because of that. And that still goes on today. Not going to lie to you guys, that stuff still goes on today. And let's get the lights up, because I want to open up the phone lines, because I really want the people to call into the show. I do believe that the phone lines will be hot today. But hey, Lisa, you're going to love this one, Lisa. Lisa, check this out. Lisa, check this out. Now, you know how we always talk about the old school Max and way back, the old school boxers. And I always talk about, look here, man, these fighters today, man, is like, they're a little bit more delicate today. They delicate today. And so when people tell me, well, these fighters today, man, they more athletic and more better than the old school fighters. I'm like, how? They hardly fight. They don't fight top competition. So you really don't know how good these guys are until you test them against something. Even though if these guys are getting in the fights, non-50-50 fights all the time. Now sometimes you have a once in a generation lifetime fighter that when he just gets in the ring, he makes those good fighters look ordinary. Roy Jones was that. Yeah, he made a good fighter look ordinary. Floyd Mayweather was that too. He made those really good fighters look ordinary. And sometimes you could just be so good that you do that. Manny Pacquiao, they say he was the catchweight king, because he was a small guy moving up, so he had to always fight people that had catch weight a lot of times. So that's why when people tell me, yeah, man, well, Manny Pacquiao, he's an all-time great, but he's not greater than Ray Robinson to me because Manny Pacquiao fought a lot of dudes at catch weights. Now, if you want to fight a dude that's a welterweight, well, I'm a small guy. I really can't fight him at his weight. Then don't fight him then. Don't fight him. No, don't come in, okay, well, I need to make it an even playing field. No. You calling me out. You said you want to fight me. If you want to fight me, don't no catch weight. Fight me at my weight. Well, I'm moving up in weight. Okay, well, if you moving up in weight, you know what the risk is. You get what I'm saying? You know what the risk is if you move it up in weight. If you move it up in weight, you know what the risk is. So since you know what the risk is, and you calling me out, don't try to make me come down a little bit and meet me at a halfway point. No. You want to fight me. Now, if I want to fight you, and I want to beat you, I need to come down to your weight. All that, well, let's meet in between and all that stuff. No. If you're a cruiserweight, you calling out a heavyweight. No, fight that heavyweight then. Fight him. No, fight him. No. I don't want to hear nothing about the weight. Nigga, you knew what the weight was before you called them out. Stay in your lane then. We don't need no catch weight. It is what it is. Shout out to Anthony Evelyn. And now, but Tank won me over with this one. Tank won me over with this one. I'm not gonna lie. But these dudes are so delicate today. They delicate. They soft as hospital cotton today. Niggas, but they fight once every 2 years, once every 18 months, and they go to hollering about, hey, shout out to Jackie Hernandez, Lisa Bell's in the building, the Doug right side, what's going on, fam? Anthony, what's going on? And L. Harvey, what's going on? Martha King Boston with the Lick Reed, Haleen Swat Jones. They go to talking about, they the best and this and that. No, the weight, listen. It's like my minister taught me, my grandfather, my minister Abdul, R.I.P. to Minister Abdul Kareem Muhammad. It's what he taught me, right? He said, brother, when you are a builder and you're building, let's say you're building a house or whatever the case may be, right? You're building a house. He say, when you have a platform that you build, you have a platform and you have a piece of plywood, a big plywood, right? And you want to elevate your bricks. You put, you don't want to use any piece of wood, right? Because if you got like a quarter of a ton of bricks or just a bunch of bricks that you're putting on this wood that's elevated, if you got a bunch of bricks that you want to put on this wood that's elevated and you take the bricks and you put them on the wood, right? And normally like you take the bricks off the wood and then you smooth out your house and you lay the concrete and all that stuff there, and you lay it brick by brick. When you're building a wall, you build the wall brick by brick. You don't look at the task and say, man, this wall, this is the big wall I got to deal with. No, you build it brick by brick. Hold on. There's somebody, I think I'm missing a super chat. Somebody sent me a super chat earlier. You're building brick by brick, right? So when you put the bricks, shout out to Jackie Hernandez, dropping that quarter over, bam, dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy. I know I missed a super chat earlier.
Received.
Playtime's over, boy.
And shout out to Big Lorenzo, dropping that quarter over, bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Big Lorenzo say Fag Nine blocked me because I defended one of your videos on him race baiting. He going crazy sometimes. He said Rick T all up there throwing shade too. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he has a right to do whatever he wants to do on a white man's platform. It is what it is, fam. So, I mean, it is what it is. I ain't tripping. I ain't. I'm not tripping either way. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is, fam. So, now don't go over his channel. You get what I'm saying? And you ain't gotta defend me, fam. I appreciate it, but you ain't gotta defend me. My position is my position, and I don't want nobody getting caught up on anything anything or issues that a content creator may have with me or I may have with them. That ain't got nothing to do with y'all. So don't even worry about that, fam. I can handle my own. I don't give a fuck about none of them niggas, to be honest with you. But anyways, when you're putting pressure on the board, you have to choose the right board, the right piece of plywood in order to, that's going to stand up to the pressure, right? So the only way you're going to know how strong that board is, you're going to have to put the bricks on there one by one. You may put 10 bricks on there, it may break the board. You may need a board that's going to be able to handle 25, 30, 40 bricks. And if you only put 10 or 15 on there, and the board breaks, that's not the board that you're looking for. That board isn't strong enough. You get what I'm saying? So when you looking for something strong enough to handle the pressure, you're going to have to find something that that's strong enough. You're going to have to test it. Okay, I put 10 bricks on there. It stood up. I put 20. It still didn't break. I put 30. It bent, but it didn't break. I put 35, 40. It bent, but it didn't break. That's what the one I'm looking for. So in order to know how strong that board is or how good a fighter truly is, that fighter's going to, at some point in time, he's going to have to test himself. And in boxing, they call that fighter's going to have to go through some kind of adversity by getting in a fight to where, you know what, this fight can go either way. This fight can go either way. You know what I mean? He said you should do. Well, shout out to Yamas. He said you should do a show about life in the nation. I was always curious about how you felt about Scientology Nation. Islam. Yeah, I wasn't in the nation when they came. When they came to Scientology, I had left. I wasn't in it when they was doing that. I wasn't active. I wasn't I didn't have nothing to do with that Scientology stuff. You know what I mean? I didn't want to have nothing to do with it, but I don't want to do no show about Nation Islam religion. I don't want to. It's like, I guess it's kind of like a religion, but I don't want to do a show about that really. But I may think about it, but I try to stay away from all that other shit, to be honest with you. And we got to get the lights up. So my thing is, this is why when people tell me, "Hey man, Tank is the best 135 pounder," I say, "How do you know?" And then I look at his resume. They say, "Well, he beat Mario Barrios at 140." I said, "Okay, beat Mario Barrios at 140. Where do you rank Mario Barrios?" Okay, he beat Roland Romero. Okay, he beat Roland Romero at 135. Who else he beat at 135? I'm talking about 135 pounders, not guys who was brought up to 135. I'm talking about actual 135 pounders. And I'm like, well, Tank looks really good. He looks like a great, phenomenal fighter. He looked like he have all the tools in the toolbox. But in order for us to know what he really has, there's some other top guys in there. And the thing is, with the old school fighters, you got a lot of the top guys fighting each other all the time. We had rematches, trilogies. Like, that's what happened. Sometimes you may fight a guy and win one. You fight him the second time, he beat you. Fight him the third time, you beat him. Yada, 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 yada. So this what it is. So before you guys say, "Oh, yeah, man, but the old school, they ain't nothing like Tank and this and that." Okay, well, if that's the case, what Tank is praising the old school guys. What you got to say now? Let's hear what Tank has to say about that. Let's hear what Tank has to say about that. Because I totally agree with what Tank Davis said. And I'm going to tell you why. Let's give everybody that's here a round of applause. Tank Davis reveals a shocking truth about today's fighters. You won't believe what he has to say. In a recent interview with Fight Hub TV, Tank Davis said that the fighters today are trash. I didn't say that. That's what Tank said. Tank said that the fighters today are trash. True. We need 106 more likes. Need 106 more likes. I'll open up the phone lines at 200. Tank Davis said that today's fighters are trash. And what else did he say? He said the old school fighters were better. Am I capping? This for you whippersnappers who don't know what the hell y'all be talking about, who breath smelling like Similac, wet behind the ears. You got a milk mustache. You got a milk mustache on when I see you. Still sucking on your mama titty when it come to boxing. Man, the dude got a milk mustache. He don't know nothing. So since y'all love Tank Davis so much, and you whippersnappers look up to Tank Davis so much, guess what? I'm gonna refer to Tank Davis. True. You ain't gotta believe me. Let's hear Tank. He must have been listening to my show. And so he must have been listening to my show, right? Let's analyze what Tank Davis said, and you guys tell me, what do you think? Now, some of you guys may feel some type of way. Some of you guys may feel, well, shit, you know what? If Tank's saying some of these fighters today trash, he must be including himself because he ain't fought nobody. I had somebody send me that on Twitter. I had somebody send me that on Twitter saying that Tank ain't fought nobody. He ain't never been in no 50-50 fight. All his fights is cherry picking and ducking.
What this ball been taking the easy matches? Fight another ball.
They say Tank Davis, he dumped White Jesus Lomachenko.
What this ball been taking the easy matches? Fight another ball.
That's what they said. Now, I ain't know that's what they say. I didn't say it. But I'm just saying, you know, some of the Lomachenko fans, they feel it some type of way.
Now, I am the #1 contender. I'm tired of James the Poodle, Grim Reaper, whatever you want to call himself, ducking me. All right, I'm tired of man driving around town in 8 Rolls Royces. He ain't fought nobody. I'm still in a bro hand.
I'm tired. Now, I am the #1 contender. I'm tired of James the Poodle, the Grim Reaper, or whatever you want to call himself, ducking me. I'm tired of seeing him ride around town in 8 Rolls Royces. He ain't fought nobody. I'm still in a bro hell. Boy, that get me every time. True. Boy, that get me every time, boy. Hey, boy, the great white hype. Yo, we need to talk about that. The great white hype, boy. The great white hype. Let's talk about that one there. Let's talk about the great white hype. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm writing notes down right now. So I don't forget. Now, shout out to Yamans. He said, where's that clip from? That's from the Great White Hype. Shout out to Swat Jones. He said, Coach, remember he came in there with a gun threatened the Sultan? Yeah, I remember that. Giovanni, what's going on, baby boy? Knockdown 305, Dade County's finest. The one, Mr. Ham, Big Lorenzo. Jamie, what's going on, fam? Green Eyes P. Thuggin' D, it is what it is. And my sister Lisa Bells, man. But you ought to know what time it is, right? You ought to know what time it is. Y'all please check the merch out, man. The link will be dropped in the chat. Y'all please check the merch out. You can get the hoodies. We got hoodies. We got t-shirts as well, man. We got some with the commandments on it. All of the sayings,
What this ball been taking the easy matches? Fight another ball.
Everything that we say on the show, we got that. We got the true. We got all that. We got all that as well. You know what I mean? But now, before we get into the show, we cannot start this show without thanking the Almighty, the Most High. All praises due to the exalted Al Heyman.
Well, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me?
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name,
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
And boy, we got 300 people in here and less than 200 likes. For anybody who don't hit the like button, I'm finna curse y'all out right now. Anybody ain't hit the like button, I'm cursing you out. And guess what? Riley, get him.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck those socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Anyways. Now, let's get into the show. Now, let's hear what Tank Davis have to say. Cause boy, I ain't gonna lie, boy. I was like, I couldn't believe it. Cause I've been snapping on these jitterbugs. I say some of these jitterbugs, and I say now Devin Haney fans, they like Devin Haney took the short end of the stick. He signed to the father, took a slave contract, went to Australia not once but twice, fought George Kambosos, what they call him, ferocious Kambosos, beat him in his own backyard, not one time but 2 times, and now he's over here in America, and immediately, he said that he wanted to fight Lomachenko. Bill Haney said, and when he was on Trill Boxing Talk, you know, he was on Trill Boxing Talk, he said, and we're going to put hands and feet, we're going to put hands and feet on white Jesus when we get his ass in the ring. That's what Bill Haney said. True. They say Lomachenko can walk on water. They say Lomachenko can turn water into wine just by sticking his finger in there. If you want to get drunk, bring a glass of water to Lomachenko, let him stick his finger in there, it turn to wine, and you can drink and party like it's 1999. That's what they say. They say, but Devin Haney is fighting that guy. That's what they say. He's fighting that guy. Okay, but we ain't gonna talk about them right now, and I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. Let's focus on Gervonta Tank Davis and King Rye. Let's see what Tank has to say. Tank, now you say that today's fighters are trash. That's what you said. You say they trash, and you say that the old school fighters, they was better. They was more tougher. They was built different than these new booties. So guess what? And you know the crazy part about it, I say this all the time on my show. When y'all hear what Tank saying, you be like, God damn, this nigga had to be watching Coach show. Cause Coach say this all the time. I say these dudes got all the sports science today. They got all the sports science. They got strength and conditioning coaches. They got nutritionists. You know, back in the day, the strength and conditioning coach was your regular coach. Back in the day, your nutritionist was your wife who cooked the meals for you. That's who, they didn't have all this stuff. Now they got the nutritionist, they got the strength and conditioning coach, they got doggone hyperbolic. So they got these chambers they get in to rejuvenate their bodies and stuff. Hagler got out there. Hagler, it's a snowstorm out there. What you gonna do today? Man, I'm finna go jog 4 miles in the snow. Yeah. Why you wearing them steel toe boots? Andy had on construction boots. You can see pictures of Hagler running in the snow. Old school. He say, man, you know what, man? He say, because I know my opponent ain't doing that. I want to let them know I believe in old school hard work. I ain't got no strength and conditioning coach. I ain't got no nutritionist. I ain't got none of that stuff you new booties got. All that modern day science. What I do got, I got these right here. That the Hagler said, I got these. This is all I need. I'm gonna put these paws on. I'm gonna put these paws on this sapsucker. That's all I need. This is all I need. After the pain. I'm gonna hit you with the left, and I'm gonna knock your ass out with the right. That's what I need. You get what I'm saying? And guess what? We ain't gotta wait no 6-7 months for a rematch. Or next year, a year and 18 months for a rematch. No, I'm going to beat you in January. And if you want a rematch, we can do it again in February. True. These niggas today, man, I just got to call it the way I see it. Let's see what Tank got to say. Let's see what the Matilla from the Gorilla got to say from Baltimore. Matilla Gorilla, talk to me.
Trash. Yeah, trash. I think back in the day, fighters was better than
fighters.
These fighters now, trash. Yeah, they trash. I think back in the day, fighters was better than the fighters today.
Mm-hmm.
Not far as I don't know, it's hard to put it, but that's the way Yeah, the grit. Oh my God! The way how they throw that punches, the way how it was mean back in the day. I just started back watching them though, and they was monsters, bro. Monsters.
Did you hear what Tank said? I want y'all to hear that again. For all you jitterbugs who be defecating on the old school, and y'all look up the Tank, right? So since y'all look up the Tank, listen to your boy. If you from B-More, hold on. As a matter of fact, if you from B-More, the ATL, and you celebrating right now, you got it in the bag. You celebrate right now, you got it in the bag. Guess what? Listen to what Tank has to say.
Turn around.
You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? This what Tank say. Y'all look up to him, right? Don't be picking and choosing what you wanna. What a lot of you guys, some of you guys probably worship Tank. So since you worship Tank, don't be picking and choosing what you want to hear from him. Now listen, I bear witness to the truth, regardless of where it come from. It can come from Ryan Garcia. It can come from Tank. It can come from Spence, Crawford, Lomachenko, Usyk. Don't matter where the truth come from. I don't pick and choose. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, like this dude saying some real shit. Cause if anybody who been listening to my show, what all I be talking about on this show? True. Let's go. Let's hit this one more again. Let's hit this one more again. Not one more time. One more again. Oh, you know what? Coach Tank ain't say that. Tank ain't say that, Coach. That's somebody clone. That show his face. Show his face. Tank ain't say that. That's a clone, Coach. That ain't Tank voice. You ain't got no receipts on that, Coach. That's a clone. I ain't got no receipts on that, huh? Bam. There we go right there. That go Tank right there. Fight Hub. That's Fight Hub right there, right? Ain't that Fight Hub? Let's go ahead and play it one more time, Javante.
Now, like, trash. Yeah, they trash.
Let's go back.
These fighters now, like, trash. Yeah, they trash. I think back in the day, fighters was better than the fighters today. Not far as, like, I don't know, it's hard to put it, but just the way Yeah, the grit. Oh my God! Like the way how they throw that punches, the way how like it was mean back in the day. I just started back watching them though, like, and they was monsters, bro. Like monsters. These fighters now, like, trash. Yeah, they trash. I think back in the day, fighters was better than the fighters today.
One more game.
Not far as like, I don't know, it's hard to put it, but just the way Yeah, the grit. Oh my God! Like the way how they throw that punches, the way how like
the grit.
It was mean back in the day.
They was mean.
I just started back watching them though, like, and they was monsters, bro. Like monsters. These fighters.
See, I'm glad.
Like,
see, I'm glad.
These fighters now,
I'm glad. I'm glad Tank said it. Cause when I said, "Oh, that's an old," see, Coach, old. See, y'all, Coach one of them old niggas. You know, he holding on to the past. Times have changed. Okay, I'm an old nigga, and y'all say I speak old nigga language, right? That old school language. Anybody hear that no more? Guess what? Tank speaking old school language. True. I swear the boy been watching my show. What I've been doing, that's all I say on this show. That's all I say on this show. I said the nigga been watching me. True. Had to be. Cause when I say it, when they know, when I say it, it's a problem. Oh man, Coach B, some of you bought some. Hey, listen, some of you Tank Davis fans, I gotta call y'all out. Some of you young Tank Davis fans who watch this show, when I say it, y'all say I'm hating. Oh man, Coach don't know what he talking about. Times done change. Coach hating on the young players. Okay, well the young fighters is saying the same things that I be saying on this show. True. I'm just saying. You get what I'm saying? It ain't no way around that. He's saying exactly what I've been saying on this show for a little over 2 years now. But when I say it, I'm hating. Is Tank hating? Is Tank hating? He's saying the same thing that I'm saying. So how come when I said I'm hating, but when Tank said, yeah, boy, Tank a real one. Oh, he a real one, but I said the same thing though. I said the same thing. Oh, Tank a real one for saying it, but when I said I'm hating. True. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying though. I call it the way I see it. Well, you niggas be bobbing and weaving, shucking and jiving. But let me tell you something. How come, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. F them. You get what I'm saying? It's cool when Tank do it. When Tank say, yo, man, listen, when Tank say it.
Now, like, trash. Yeah, they trash. I think back in the day, fighters was better than the fighters today.
One more again, the last time.
As far as, like,
the grit, the toughness, mental toughness.
It's hard to put it, but just the way Yeah, the grit. Oh my God! Like the way how they throw that punches.
There's no grit today.
Like, it was mean back.
Mean.
I just started back watching them though. Like
Man.
they was monsters.
Monsters.
Bro. Like monsters.
That's why we talk about
now,
that's why we talk about Ali. That's why we talk about Ernie Shavers. That's why we talk about Hagler. That's why we talk about Sugar Ray Robinson. That's why we talk about Nicolino Loche. That's why we talk about Carlos Monzon. I ain't gonna talk about the jitterbug because the jitterbugs know no better. But I'm talking about the old Cresties. You know, we got the old Cresty niggas. The old Cresty niggas who have conformed and sold us out. They sold out the sport of boxing for chicken change. They sold out the sport of boxing for chicken change. Tank is waking up to it, realizing, man, you know, I've been watching these old school dudes, man. These dudes got it in, dog. Like, it wasn't none of that. They didn't care nothing about the wrong side of the street. And, you know, I got a Bentley. You riding in a Broham. They like, no, my nigga, you in my division. We want a Waller. See, and let me tell you something, too. I think when Tank, and we got to get 200 lights. We need 36 more lights. I open up the phone lines. I think when Tank, and I told you guys, Tank, you know, what I love about, I told you, I am a Gilly the Kid. I am a Gilly the Kid type supporter. And that's why I can't really talk too much to a young Tank fan because their mindset is different. Their mindset is you ain't really got to do much. You know, we are going to crown you the best. And I'm a Gilly the Kid type Tank Davis fan.
Me, the fans, we feeling like you not getting the best fights you supposed to. But we know Tank can fight anybody. Why is that? For me, we want to see you fight Lomachenko. We want to see you fight Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, motherfucking all the top who they say is the 4 horsemen and they anywhere around your weight class. We want to see it happen. When we gonna see it happen?
I'm not sure. I ain't got
that's
nothing to do. That was real shit.
That's some real shit.
I don't know. That's like,
how many times you don't went in there and said, I want these niggas, man?
to be honest, I ain't never said.
So what happens is when an old coon like me come on board and try to educate the jitterbugs get confused because the old crusties are confusing the jitterbugs. I can't get mad at the jitterbugs because they don't know no better. They perish for a lack of knowledge, but the old crusties is trying to change the game today and talk about belts don't matter. Your baby mama ain't bow-legged. Your cousin don't know how to do the electric slide. Your sister don't know how to do the one leg up. Your auntie don't know how to do the funky chicken. Your mama and them don't know how to do the mashed potato. They start moving the goalposts. It's certain questionable things that Bernard Hopkins have said. Some questionable things that Calvin Ford have said. There's some questionable things that Leonard Ellaby and Floyd Mayweather and them have said. And the thing that pissed me off is this here. These guys come from the old school, but then they want to come and switch the game up. They confusing the jitterbugs. True. So the jitterbugs don't know no better. So when I come along, they interpret what I'm saying as hate. They take the truth as hate and take the lie and the fugaziness as the truth. And therein lies the problem. Hey, shout out to Swift 718. Hey, okay. I'm dropping that. Bam, hundo on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Hey, what did it say, Swift? Swift say, those fighters couldn't stand to hear someone mention someone else being the champion in their weight class. They wanted to be unable to be confused to who the best. Yeah, they wanted to listen. They didn't exactly. Listen, James likes South Tony. James likes South Tony. James likes South Tony said the best. He said, look, man, I want to let anybody who say that's a champion in my division or say they're the best, I want to fight them. I ain't running from nobody. And guess what? James Tony was calling the names out. He was saying the names, dog. Swift, the man was saying the names. What did I say? Swift? I say in today's time, somebody like a James like South Tony will be called a clout chaser. Leonard Ellaby will say, like South Tony. He's good. He's a phenomenal fighter. But, there's levels to this. There's levels. He doesn't deserve a shot to, it's about putting butts in seats. Hey, listen, I told you, when they're going to talk about this about putting butts in seats, that's duck language. True. So like the sad, he said it also was about the belts back then too. Yeah, guess what? Okay, even if you want to say, Shad, I agree with you on that. Even if you want to say it ain't about the belts, it still should be about the best guys fighting the best guys. If you want to say, oh man, belts don't matter no more, okay, fine. But what about you fighting the top guys? You know, if you ain't fighting the top guys, how do we know you the best in that division if you ain't fought the other guys that was the best in the division? I tell you guys time and time again, piggybacking off what Tank Davis said, because I totally agree with him. Name a comeback sport. Name a comeback sport. Name a comeback sport that you don't have to fight the top guys in order for the overall fan base to know who you are the best. Name right now in the NBA, they got in the NBA today, right? We know that's a team sport, but in the NBA today, what they got in the NBA today? Don't they have the playoffs? Shout out to Bruce Gass in the building, Dr. Paul Evans. Don't they have the playoffs? Why do they have a play? Let me ask you guys a question who watch basketball and football and all that stuff there. Why do they have a playoff in basketball? Shout out to Swiss 718, man. It is what it is, man. I mean, salute to you, fam, for dropping that. Bam, hundo on your boy, man. Shout out to Swift 718, man. I appreciate that, fam. Swift, you old school. You ought to know what time it is.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Question. Shout out to the Boston Gym. What he say? He say the Special Olympics coach. He say funny. F'd up, dead serious. Hey, what I'm saying is this here. What is the purpose? Shout out to Mr. Physics for dropping that $2 super chat. He said, for now, I want you to apologize for saying he a race bait. Yeah, all right, yeah. Tell that nigga I said whatever. Anybody watch basketball? I know y'all watching the playoffs. You know what I mean? I'm just asking. Why? Boston said to crown a winner. Okay. No, that's not the answer. It's not the answer. Shout out to Major Key Boston in the building. Shout out to Shad. What to say, fam? I don't know any sport where the best team can go without competing against what I consider the best. Boston has changed so much. Hit the nail right on the head. I don't care who it is. Why do they have a playoff? What's the purpose of having a playoff? What you say? To crown a champion. Exactly. How do you crown a champion? You got to go through the other guys. As a matter of fact, Philadelphia 76ers, I don't watch basketball, but Philadelphia 76ers, I used to watch it, but I don't watch it anymore. Philadelphia's playing in the playoffs, right? They playing in a tournament. In basketball, they have a tournament. And the last man that's standing is the champ. There's no doubt about it. There's no, Golden State, they good, but they ain't play the Lakers, and they ain't play the Clippers. You know, it's a couple of dudes they ain't playing the play. You know what I'm saying? So they have a playoff system and have all the top guys in different divisions or whatever conferences play each other, knock each other off until you get to one team has lasted the test of time in the playoff system, and now he has become the number one guy in the East, and this team became the number one guy in the West. But how did they get there? Did they get there because the fans said, oh, we don't need to see them fight them, play the other guys. We automatically know they're the best. No. They had to get out there and play the other top guys. Only in today's boxing, they say you don't have to do that. True. That ain't what Tank Davis is saying, though. Why Tank saying something different now? Shout out to Swift 718. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Swift said, I'm watching the playoffs, and he said, and the Major League Baseball opening. I don't see one Tank or Ryan commercial. Contests are held to see who's the best. Yeah, that's it. That's how it works. That's how it works. That's not a sport, especially in comeback sports. And you say, okay, but team sports is. You say, well, team sports is different from individual sports. So soccer, I mean, boxing is an individual sport. I know where you're going at. Okay, cool. Tennis is an individual sport, if I'm not correct. How do you determine who's the best tennis player in the world? Individual sport, right? The person who wins the what do they win in tennis when they win the championship? What is that called? I forgot what that's called.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
So forget. Shout out to Marquis and Lisa Bells who's on those things. Forget team sports. What is that called? When you win they give you this little plate, look like a damn plate. Look like a plate in tennis when you win the plate. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. How do you know Serena Williams and those other girls, well, the new girls that's on the scene now, they're the best? What do they win? They win a trophy. What if in football or basketball they say, oh man, the NBA cup that don't matter. It don't mean nothing. The NBA, the NBA trophy, the NFL, the Lombardi trophy, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing no more. You gotta have something to play for. You gotta have something to play for. You get what I'm saying? You gonna win the money. Everybody getting paid. Some people getting paid more than others, but just because you make more money than the other guy, that don't mean you the best. You gotta have something to play for. In any sport you play in, that's always a prize. There's always a prize. Boxing is a little different, but there's always a prize. But in boxing and comeback sports, you're going to have to play those other guys. Only in today's boxing, because you're listening to the old crusty niggas with YouTube channels and the old crusties that are managers today and promoters today, the old crusties in boxing today, they don't change the game. Got the jitterbugs all confused. They don't change the game and got the jitterbugs all confused.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Tennis is an individual sport. Mixed martial arts is an individual sport. And boxing is an individual sport. You got to prove that shit. I don't give a fuck how much clout you got, how many Instagram followers you have, how many niggas in your city that's clowning you the best when you ain't fought the top dude.
I'm just bum and taking the easy matches, fighting other bums.
That's why I agree with what Tank Davis said. Now, I don't think he mean that all of the fighters today are trash. The criteria is different. We need 10 more lights. We need to open up the phone lines. The criteria is different today. Some would say that Tank Davis has been a part of that criteria. He hasn't fought the best guys. And guess what? Gilly the Kid said it. He said, me, the fans. What did he say? He said, me, the fans, be feeling like you're not getting the best fights you're supposed to get. Guess what? But that rule applies to Ryan Garcia. That rule applies to Devin Haney. That rule applies to Sugar Shakur Stevenson. That rule applies to Terrence Crawford. That rule applies to Errol Spence. That rule applies to Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk. Nobody is exempt from the rules unless you have a guy that's an example of, you know what, this dude right here, this dude fighting everybody, dog. And if you got a fighter that's fighting everybody, yeah, he don't fought that dude. He don't fought that dude. He don't fought that one. Yeah, he ain't fought that one yet, but he sure don't fought. He don't fought more top guys than these other guys. You got to show me some living examples of guys who are walking that, who talking that talk and walking that walk. So I agree with Tank. For those who late, let's play this one more again. And guess what? Hey, I listen, boy, Tank, you got you, boy, you might have a newfound fan. You might have a newfound fan and for saying this statement, boy.
Like, trash, yeah, it's trash.
Hold on.
I think these fighters now, like, trash, yeah, they trash. I think back in the day, fighters was better than the fighters today. Not far as like, I don't know, it's hard to put it, but just the way how, huh? Yeah, the grit. Oh my God! Like the way that they throw that punches, the way how like it was mean back in the day. I just started back watching them though. Like,
Yeah.
And they was monsters, bro. Like monsters.
You get what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at. When I'm where Tank at. Let's give Tank Davis a round of applause. Give him a round of applause. You know, a couple of tears almost fell out my eye when I heard that. I said, oh my God, he don't see the light. He don't see the light. Thank the Lord. Hallelujah. As a matter of fact, shout out to my sister Lisa Bells. As a matter of fact, if you have seen the light, if you have finally seen the light, let's say a special prayer for all of those who have seen the light.
And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. The Lord have Gilligan get off the island. And guess what? Phone lines are open. 530-494-9636. We need 300, but I'm going to open up the door for 200. Phone lines open. What do you guys think about what Tank said? Do you feel that? I would definitely want to hear some Tank Davis fans. The ones who said that I was hating. The ones who said that I was hating on the old school, hating on the new school, and I was mad because I ain't got no swag, and I don't have a Lambo with suicide doors, and I ain't got no ice, and Coach ain't got no clout on Instagram. He ain't got a lot of Instagram followers. For all those who felt that way, what you got to say now that Tank Davis is regurgitating the same things that I've been saying that you niggas said that I was hate for? True. Oh, I want to hear this. I want to hear this. Oh man, don't be shy. Don't be shy, goddamn. Don't be shy. I want to hear this, man. You know, Mama say, Mama say, Mumaku say. I want to hear this today. I want to hear this today. I want to hear this today. I want to hear this today, boy. I want to hear what a motherfucker got to say, boy. I sure enough do, boy. I sure enough do. Y'all look up the Tank, right? Okay, cool. Again, I have a boxing criteria. Ain't nobody exempt from the boxing criteria. I don't care if you're from Texas. I don't care if you're from Florida. I don't care if you're from the DMV area. You from California. You from Pennsylvania. You from the UK. You from China. I don't care where you from. The boxing criteria remains the same with me. You get what I'm saying? Let's open up the phone lines, man. Let's open up the phone lines. Goddamn, boy, Tank, boy, I don't know, boy. Boy, I think Tank's seeing the light. Boy, Tank's seeing the light, boy. I think he's seeing the light. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Martin from Oakland.
Martin from Oakland, talk to me.
Coach, you can't give Tank all that damn credit when, if it wasn't for Ryan agreeing to this rehydration clause, agreeing to the 135, he'd be doing the exact same thing he did with his other 4 pay-per-views.
Yeah.
I mean, let's keep it real. You look at his resume for the champions he fought, 130 champs, including 2 of his pay-per-views. His first one is most successful against Leo Santa Cruz, and the most recent one against Hector Garcia. So this fool's talking out of both sides of his mouth. You know, because this fight with Ryan could have just easily not have been made. And what would the narrative have been? Ryan's scared. Ryan's scared. Meanwhile, all indications are that Ryan wasn't the scared one. He might be the stupid one, but he's not the scared one when he's agreeing to basically everything it takes to make the fight happen.
Valid point.
You know,
you're making a valid point. So basically, what you're saying is Tank Davis is not practicing what he's preaching. Am I understanding you correctly?
Not at all. Not at all, sir.
Okay.
Not at all.
So Tank is so the hypocrisy from Tank Davis is what you're talking about. He's saying one thing out of one side of his neck, but his actions is showing that he's doing the total opposite of that. That's what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, like, how ridiculous is it that one of the hanging points on the negotiations for the fight was the rematch clause? When he should have just been like, this shit ain't necessary. But it's like, dude, you want to drain the guy, and then you're worried about, well, what if? Well, what happened to having some confidence, having some faith in the dog in you that everybody talks about? You know, everything, the whole way he's been moving. That's why Gilly was so shocked when he asked him point blank, you've been asking for the Loma fight, right?
Yeah.
You've been asking for the Teal fight, right? You've been asking for the Hang fight, right? Or what did he say? Nope. shocked everybody. You know?
Yeah.
That man ain't changed. He's the same cat he was when he was getting interviewed by Gilly. You know? Same person when he had us thinking, oh, he shook Mayweather because he don't want to be labeled as a duck. You know? He don't want the Mayweather protection plan. He want to be out there and proving himself.
Oh, so with Floyd, so when Mayweather say, we believe in working smarter, not harder. You know what I mean? When he said that, and when Leonard Ellerby say that, Tank is that guy, those other guys are not fighting nobody, and we don't have to fight those guys. Tank has earned the right to pick who he wants to fight. He doesn't need to fight Devin Haney or Shakur. Tank can sell out anywhere he goes. He can fight anybody and sell out anywhere he goes. So I see. So you know what? I see what you're saying. You're saying that, hey, man, if you look at Tank Davis's career, he's been cherry picking. He's been fighting bombs. Well, I ain't gonna say bombs, but he's been fighting bombs. Some people feel that way in 50-50 fights. And the way his handlers have been moving him, he's been moving the total opposite direction of what he's saying. So before I let you go, because I got other calls calling in, do you feel that when Tank Davis said that these fighters today are trash in comparison to the old school fighters, do you feel that he was talking about himself as well?
He got to be if he's being honest.
Okay.
Got to keep it a thou wow.
Yeah, somebody hit me up and said that. Somebody hit me up and said that for real though. When I dropped the show this morning, somebody hit me up and said that. All right, but shout out to Mark from Old Town. Salute, fam. We got other callers. Yeah, man. Hey, all right. Shout out to Food Revolution in the building. Shout out to Food Revolution in the building. Now check this out. And let's put out the Food Revolution in the building. So I want to hear what you guys got to say. Do you guys feel that's hypocrisy? Do you guys feel that's hypocrisy from Tank? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get the super chat out the way. Shout out to doggone Swift 718. Dropping that half for bam, hundo on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Boy, you got me feeling like
received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Swift 718, one more again, man. He dropped the hundo and he dropped the half for hundo. Shout out to Swift 718. Salute, fam. He said Booger Ray down so bad that he inadvertently admitted that they're hurting for money. He talked about the other top lightweights and said that if they want to fight Tank, they're not going to make all of the money that they're used to making. I couldn't believe it. And you know what, Swift 718, he did say that. He said that about Tank. He said that about if Devin Haney wants to fight Tank Davis, he said he has to be realistic. He has to be realistic. He's we're not going to pay him the money that Matchroom paid him. He has to be realistic because Tank is the cash guy.
From the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
That's what he said. That's what he said. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Romeo Red from Atlanta.
Romeo Red from Atlanta. Talk to me.
Yeah, just like the last caller just said, I feel like Tank ain't practicing what he preached, but it ain't just Tank, Ryan in the same boat. I rock with both of them, but the only one that should be left off their list is Devin Haney, because he's the only one that outsider called him out. He's been actively pursuing him, showing up to their fight. Matter of fact, Tio Lopez said, "Man, I'm getting annoyed by this guy." Because he keep on calling them out, it's been the same way. It's almost like he spent 6 months chasing Ryan, 6 months chasing Tio, 6 months chasing Loma. Loma said, "You ain't got a real belt." He made up an excuse back then. Before so they all been swerving Devin, and he the only throwback I see.
Yeah, I see what you. You know what? I like what Tank is saying, but y'all making a valid point because. That was the purpose of when he went on. Again, I always revert back to this because Gilly the Kid said it so eloquently. And me and Gilly the Kid around the same age. We around the same. I think he might be 50 or maybe a year, same age or a year younger than me somewhat, but he might be older than me. But he said, me, that's sticking in my head. Me, the fans, be feeling like you're not getting the best fights that you're supposed to get. But we know Tank can fight anybody. You know what I mean? Why is that?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that wasn't hate. He was being very, very honest. And I'm like, man, and that's why I say Tank Davis have two fan bases. He have a fan base that he can fight this ink pen that I'm holding in my hand right now, and they'll be happy as hell and be like, yeah, man, Tank fought the ink pen, and we know he the best. Leonard Ellerby and them will say that, but then you have a fan base that like, look, man, Tank, you gotta, fight the top guys. So, hey, but listen, man, shout out to Romeo Red from ATL. Salute, fam. Go ahead.
All right, bro.
Go ahead. You got something to say?
Appreciate you. Well, yeah, I was just gonna say, now we gonna have to see what Ryan gonna do after he win or lose. I'm going for him, but we got to see what he gonna do because he took a year off for his mental health and whatnot. All right, cool. He seems like he's really after it right now, so we gonna have to see what he gonna do. But as of right now, you know, they going in the right direction. Him and Tank, they going in the right direction. We got to see what they're doing from here. Also, what I was gonna say was, that's pretty much sums it up. That pretty much sums it up. We got to see what they do from here.
All right.
But right now, Tank and Ryan, what they doing, they going in the right direction.
Right.
Haney is the only one that's really the real throwback. So that's just what it is.
All right. Shout out to Romeo Red. Salute, fam.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir. Want to let everybody call in and, you know, let everybody call in and voice how they feel, you know, how they feel about the subject matter. I'll call it. What's your name when you're calling from? Call it. What's your name when you're calling from? Going once. Call it. What's your name when you're calling from?
Is my phone breaking?
Yeah, your phone breaking up.
Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I call back.
No, I can hear you now. What's your name?
My name G from Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Your name D?
J-I-G.
Okay, J-I-G. J-I-G. All right, talk to me, fam. Tuscaloosa, talk to me.
Yeah, man. First, I'd like to say, man, congratulations on all your success with the show, bro. I've been watching for a minute, and I'm a fan, dog.
I appreciate that, fam.
Yeah, man. Tank, he right. You know what I mean? These fighters today ain't tough like the guys back then, or ain't got the skills that they, you know, that they possessed back then. But Tank ain't doing that shit himself, though. You feel what I'm saying? Tank ain't fighting the best of the best. You know what I mean? He being, you know, carried along as he wanted to be. Like Gilly them actually said, you ask for these fights, you like, nah. So that tell you right there. I like Tank as a fighter. You feel what I'm saying? But, you know, outside of that, I ain't got nothing to do with it. But the dude can fight. You know what I mean? But can he do what he do against those guys, against the elite guys? It's a question.
That's the question.
And we won't know. You know what I mean? And we won't know until he get in there with him. And will he get in there with him? Is the thing. You know what I mean? I think he gonna beat Ryan, but I do think Ryan got what it takes to beat him too, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I go with Tank. But you know, Tank, he flyweight captain. He flyweight captain. But you know, I can respect it. I can dig it. I understand it. He right. You know what I mean? But see, he gotta act like those fighters if you feel like that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I hear exactly what you're saying. Like, you're just saying, okay, cool, man. You know, if you are what they say you are, just prove it.
That's it. Because the boy got all the moves. You feel what I'm saying? He got all the moves. He got the power. It's just, if you get in there with Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney or, you know what I mean, can you do that? You know what I'm saying? Can you perform to the level that they going to perform or even better? And you got the equalizer, so yeah, you got a better chance than them for real with that equalizer.
Yeah, for sure.
But see, can you do what you do against these guys you've been fighting with them? You know what I mean?
All right,
but that's my call, bro.
Shout out to Jay from Alabama, man. Salute, fam. Yes, sir. So, you know, I think that's all everyone is saying. Again, this not just Tank, but we want to see all of the guys do that. All of the guys fight the top guys. I'm just sitting there thinking, right? Like, you get what I'm saying? Shout out to Broward. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say, Coach, he say Sean Porter fought all the top guys. That is true. That's why I respect him. He ain't running from nothing. That is true. Sean Porter fought all of the top heavyweight. I mean, all of the top welterweights. All of them. Caller, what's your name when you're calling from? Caller, what's your name when you're calling from?
E-Money. E-Money from Mass.
E-Money, where you calling from?
Yeah, from Massachusetts.
From Massachusetts. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. I don't believe it, man. Tank just be saying all the time he's gonna fight Devin Haney and all that, and he never fights any of the tough guys. So I gotta see it to believe it, man. I don't believe none of that right now.
So do you feel that even though like some can say that he's fighting Ryan Garcia, but do you feel that the Ryan Garcia fight is really more so of an asterisk because of the stipulations that's in the contract?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's a money grab. I don't really, I'm not, I'm not really into that much. But I really what I want to see is Devin Haney and Shakur and fight any of those two.
Yeah, I got you. I got you, E-Money, man. Well, hey, shout out to E-Money from Massachusetts, man. Salute, fam. Yes, sir. Point well taken.
Yeah.
I got you. See, this is the thing for me. For me is, and I think the frustrating thing for some of today's boxing fans is that you know that the fighter that you really like and you hyping up, you know they got the goods, but you just want to see them like fight those other top guys, so there can be an exclamation mark on it. Call what's your name when you calling from?
Yeah.
I can't hear you, man. It's you got a lot of static. I can't even hear you.
Jamie?
Oh, Jamie. Jamie from New York. Talk to me.
You hear me, Coach? Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. Coach, I'll call back. I'll call back.
All right. Jamie having our phone difficulties. You guys get what I'm saying, though? You get what I'm saying? So, again, these guys' careers are not over. And I think this is why I see why you have two groups of fans as relate to Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia fight. You got two groups of saying that, hey, we like the fact that, hold on. Hold on, guys. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
John from Maryland.
John from Maryland, talk to me.
Okay, so now I just wanted to state that I agree with Tank, and it's largely because of the position he's in now. As you see, he's no longer with Floyd. So in the beginning, he couldn't say these things. He couldn't say he thinks these fighters are soft, but he was following that. As you see in his last interview, he wants Devin and Shakur next. Who knows if that's going to happen? But when Tank first came in the game, when he first signed to Floyd, after like 4 or 5 fights, he called out Tevin Farmer. Him and Tevin Farmer was calling out themselves. Floyd told him no. High risk, low reward. He got 4 losses. Tank was frustrated. If you remember during that time frame, Tank had drifted off and did about 2 fights with Adrian Broner. And he did one card with Adrian Broner, Tank, and Jamel Charlo. And Tank was frustrated because he had to follow suit. He had to follow the blueprint. Tank didn't like that at first. And then he got reeled back in. If you remember, he got reeled back in. Floyd made it to a fight in Baltimore. And he had to apologize to Adrian Broner. And he let everybody know, like, okay, Adrian Broner is the one that, found me Tank and things like that. Because, all that started in D.C. and Cincinnati. That's why Tank's first fight with PMC was in D.C. It was an Adrian Broner card. But a lot of these fighters do want to fight, but they can't because the promoters, Tank agreed to it. So Tank is a victim of it because he agreed to it. But as you've seen since about 2020, Tank after every fight, Tank wanted to leave. And then he'd go back. He'd get reeled back in. But now you see, after he left officially, he made the fight with Hector, and then he made the fight with Ryan. Now, after the Ryan fight, Tank is still on his own. Now he can still call out Devin or Shakur. And that's where he's at right now. And you have to give Tank credit for that. He couldn't make these statements 2 fights ago. He knew he was going to fight the Rollies and things like that. He couldn't make these statements. Now he can make these statements because he's not under that umbrella anymore. Now he's going to call his own shot. So Tank been wanting to do it, but he agreed to follow suit. What you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he did go along with the plan that Floyd Mayweather laid out for him. He did go along with that. He made the money. He's a household name, but you know, he got a lot of backlash from it. So
yeah, and I think he knows he got the backlash. So it's really what he's going to do next if he's going to uphold what he's saying, because he can't go back to that.
yeah, for sure. Shout out to John from Maryland. Salute, fam. We got other calls. Salute. Hold on, we got other calls. Hold on, guys. Phone lines hot. I want to just listen today. Let the people talk. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
Warren G. Coach Malachi, how you doing, sir?
Warren G, talk to me.
Yes, sir. Listen, man, did we forget about the $1 Million podcast interview?
No, I played that.
I'm sorry, one more time.
No, the $1 Million with the Game podcast. Yeah, I played that.
Oh, you did.
Yes, sir.
So, and you know, we all should be allowed to at least change our mind or grow from where we were at one point. But right now, from his camp, from him, they're all talking about the belts don't matter. He talked about the old time fighters back then, when you had the old time boxers, the belt mattered. And so if that's the case, if he feels that way, then he should be trying to fight for a belt, because he has no belt.
Well, he has the rest, yeah.
Right, but I mean, come on, to us, I mean, from where I come from, you have an opportunity, especially if you have an opportunity to compete for the belts that we consider to be the top of the line belts, right? You have that opportunity. Not everybody gets that opportunity, and yet you're not taking advantage of that opportunity. And so, to me, until I see him actually walk that talk, I'm just gonna call it what it is. He just capping.
I got you.
I'm not saying he's not a great fighter or anything. I just see, you know, if you're talking that way, then be about it. Because not too many people get the opportunity that he got. He has the opportunity to get a belt or become undisputed. And he's not, I mean, Ryan Garcia fight was not by him. Everybody's saying Ryan Garcia pushed for that fight.
Yeah. That's true.
That's all I'm saying.
That's true. They say Ryan Garcia is the one that made this fight happen. Shout out to Warren G from the shop, man. Thank you for calling the show, brother. Salute. Regulators. Mount up. I just want to listen to what the people got to say today instead of doing all the talking. Salute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to hear what the people got to say. I want to hear what the people got to say. You know what I mean? Some of you guys are making some valid points. Again, this rule applies to all of the fighters. Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia. Doesn't matter which weight division it is. That rule applies to all of the fighters. Because me, I just want a conclusion myself. You made a lot of money. You're rich already. So you don't care about the belts. Okay, fine. Do you care about the competition of it? You know? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie from New York. Talk to me.
What's happening, Coach?
What's going on with you?
135. First of all, let me say he's right. Okay, Tank Davis is right, and so are you, Coach. You've been telling us that forever. Okay, you can't compare these boxers today with the old school fighters, right? But at 135, we have all this talent, and they need to mix it up. I know. I feel that they're scared to take an L. Back in the days, they would have fought by now, several times, perhaps. Because they're not really doing anything. For example, Carlos Monzon, right? This motherfucker fought like 100 times, okay? And he went undefeated for his last 80 fights. It's not like he took an L and retired. This man went out on top. You know what I'm saying, Coach? So back then, these guys were true monsters. So, he's right. I agree. and you know, man, they need to make it up, coach. And man, you know what I mean? Because it's gotten to a point, man. Like it's embarrassing. They're not really doing anything. What they're doing is wasting time. Because you know, they're not getting any younger. They are young, but still, they gotta fight. Back in the day, they would have fought by now. That's what I got, coach.
Shout out to Jamie, man. Salute, New York. You know, and I think, this is what I think. I think, oh, hold on, that's all right. Got another call calling in. Caller, what's your name? You're calling from? Phone line's hot.
What up, caller? To your boy, Two-Tone the Superstar.
Shout out to Two-Tone the Superstar, man. Talk to me, fam.
Man, so Tank is kind of right, but he is wrong because he really don't practice what he preached, so he kind of voided himself. But I wanted to ask you, because Shakur Stevenson was recently on the Breakfast Club, and Charlemagne was saying y'all should just fight each other. But Shakur was saying, and DJ Envy were saying that it matters if a young black boxer loses their O as opposed to a Mexican boxer who loses their O. Shakur saying if a young black boxer loses their O, they kind of restart and they go to the back of the line. Canelo lost his, and as you know, he flourished after he took his loss. And when I had interviewed Ryan Garcia said the reason why the boxers in his generation don't take on these big fights is because the fans turn on you once you lose your O. It's not celebrated like UFC. When a UFC fighter loses, like the Style Bender, he lost. He was just in a fight with Pereira in the UFC. And Adesanya lost the first fight, but the fans didn't turn on Adesanya. Adesanya just beat him again. UFC fighters can lose and they're still celebrated. In boxing, if a fighter loses, they're automatically turned into all day trash. Like Gervonta Tank Davis has a lot of pressure on him this Saturday because if Gervonta Tank Davis loses, they're going to say he's the next Adrian Broner. They're going to say he was all hype. Now Ryan Garcia, if he loses, it's already expected because everybody called him a TikTok star. They called him a MySpace legend. They called him Christian legal thing. It's already expected. Gervonta Tank Davis is under a lot of pressure. What do you think, Coach? Do you think that the fans and social media, also, you got to think, Hagler, Hearns, and Leonard, they didn't have social media back then, Coach. When Hagler and them took losses and Hearns took losses, we fans had to write into newspapers to be able to get their opinion off. As soon as Tank or Ryan loses on Saturday, I can directly go to their Twitter account and start letting the jokes fly with no remorse. And these young niggas, they read their comments, they read their mentions. Just like with LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, if he lost a game, you couldn't talk to Michael Jordan unless you wrote into the newspaper. When LeBron James loses, I can go directly to his Instagram account and say, bro, you lost and your hairline was receding.
Well, I have something for that. Those fighters back then did receive criticism just because they didn't have social media. They did receive criticism when they were seen out in public and stuff like that.
Right.
The only difference between
Right.
social media is you're able to get your opinion out at the push of a button right now. But if you saw these fighters
Right.
at press conferences and stuff, they did. What I will say, Two-Tone on the Superstar, is this: the criteria has changed. The criteria has changed today, and I think Floyd Mayweather played a big part in that. Floyd Mayweather played a big part because Manny Pacquiao had several losses in the same era that Floyd Mayweather fought in, but fans did not turn against Manny Pacquiao. Now, I know you may say, well, that's because Manny Pacquiao wasn't black. He had a Filipino fan base. And that might be some truth to that.
Did the Mexicans also in Arizona, the Mexicans in Arizona, the Mexican Americans, and even my Paisa brothers, they they respected Pacquiao more because he went through those wars with Marquez, because he fought Morales, because he fought Barrera. So Mexicans kind of adopted Manny Pacquiao just in Arizona. I can't speak for anywhere else. I'm talking for Arizona.
Okay. All right, but two-tone superstar, man, and thank you for calling the show, man. Point well taken. I just want to listen today, see what the people got to say, because I'm learning a lot. Thanks, two-tone. What they say? You say fans would have turned on Floyd. No, see the thing, and you know what the thing is, Nezoro? Floyd used the O as a marketing tool to promote that he was the best. And those younger fans that looked up to Floyd and Showtime and Leonard Ellaby and the PBC and stuff like that, they use that as a marketing ploy to push that. Hold on, let me get the super chat out the way. Shout out to Jamario. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said if Tank beat Ryan, will he activate the WBA mandatory status to fight Devin? No, he's not going to do that. I can answer that. If Devin beats Loma, that's the question. No. No. And that's what I don't understand. Tank don't need a belt. If they're saying belts don't matter, why even hold on to the regular?
There's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Hold on, guys. We got other call back. Y'all call back. Shout out to Justin. Justin said no. Hold on. Got a new call today, guys. Phone line's hot today, boy. God damn. I run my mouth so much, I need to learn how to listen. Let me listen. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
It's Mike from Delaware.
Mike from Delaware. Talk to me.
Well, first of all, before we talk, I want to thank Al Heyman for this phone call.
Yeah.
Quick
Shout out to
question.
Six Figure Johnny, man.
Six Figure Johnny. Did you see the whole thing with Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, their little Instagram battle yesterday?
Yeah, I saw that. They so-called betted their purses. That was cap. That was just promoting the fight. That's all that was.
Right. But check this out, Coach, right? If you really pay attention to the phone call, he was talking to Floyd Mayweather. And he so-called his own promoter and he makes the shots now. Why are you still calling Floyd Mayweather? That's because he's running the stuff behind the scenes. What you think, Coach?
I have one better than that. Why he didn't put this phone call on speakerphone? So everybody can hear.
Coach.
So we don't even know if he was really talking to somebody. I think that was just cap for Tank didn't really call anybody. He didn't put it on speakerphone. We didn't hear nobody who he was talking to. Yeah, seeking they put up a contract, a bet our contract. Yeah, I don't believe that, man.
Right.
Yeah, but
Coach,
it could be a possibility,
right?
though.
If you watch the video again, right, and really pay attention, like listening, you will hear Floyd on the background, and he says the name Floyd when the other guy's talking.
Okay.
And I'm like, hold on, you still dealing with this guy, which I already knew it was all cap. But you said you're your own boss. Get out of here with that. And then he wants to bring up old school fighters. Bro, you just as bad as the new generation.
Yeah. He is a part of that new generation because he's taking the Floyd Mayweather approach, to the fight game. And, Floyd and them is Tank Davis's handlers. And, they laid the blueprint out for him with a green print, what Floyd called it. So I'm just wondering now that he said that, Tank Davis fan base is going to hold his feet to the fire. And they're going to ask him, hey, look, man, this what you said on this show about the old school fighters. Are you going to do those things that you said about the old school fighters? They're going to hold his feet to the fire on this, I believe.
Yep. He's doing the same thing that Mayweather was doing. I got one last thing before I let you go, right? Well, before you let me go. Back then, they called it the Fantastic Four, right? With Hearns, Hagler, Duran, and Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
I was really doing my research the other day, and it should have been the five, because Pedro Benitez, he was in the mix too. He beat Duran, he lost to Leonard, and he lost to Hearns. What you think about that?
Who?
With Pedro Benitez.
Oh, with Pedro Benitez, yeah. Yeah, Rafael Benitez. Yeah, they should have had him in there. I don't know how they. I think they went by the 4. I think maybe those guys maybe were the most popular guys at that time.
Right,
You know,
right.
I don't know
Right.
how they went about naming the kings or whatever. But yeah, you're right about Rafael Benitez. You know, yeah, absolutely. You know, so they could have
Yep,
put him in
yep.
there, but I don't know what was the thought process why they chose those 4 guys. But hey, salute to you, man. Hey,
Right,
thank you,
right.
Mike from Delaware. Thank you for calling the show.
All right.
Phone line's hot, boy. Phone line's hot.
Hey,
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling
yeah,
from?
yeah. Romeo Red from Atlanta. I just want to add something to what you and Two Tone were saying.
Okay. Shout out to
So
Romeo
basically,
Red.
yeah, all right. So, yes, you're absolutely right. Mayweather started the whole thing with looking at the O's and I'm undefeated and all that. He got that game from 50 Cent because him and Floyd were best friends, as you may know. The same thing 50 Cent did to hip hop, Floyd did to boxing. So basically, they both got everybody to look at the numbers. So people was like, anyway, to cut it short, the first person who caught the bad end of that, from what I saw, was Miguel Cotto. Manny Pacquiao, his resume was so crazy at the time, you wasn't gonna front on him with the whole I've been defeated before, because he was just crazy already. His resume was off the chart. Cotto, when he caught his first L, I remember everybody counted him out. That was the same time Floyd was doing this whole back and forth with Manny. So he the first one to really. So I can't really agree that if Hispanics, you know, they got it better than everybody else, because Floyd, Cotto caught it pretty bad. I specifically remember that, because I was like, why is this happening? He only caught 1 L. Why is everybody tripping? Everybody said it was washed up. He'll never be the same. All this, and you know. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say.
So what? But that was during the Floyd era too. Yeah, that was during the Floyd era. I don't know why they turned against Cotto like that. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So he the first one. So you know, one person was saying this because he's Hispanic. You know, the Hispanics ain't gonna have it that bad, but Cotto was the first one who caught it bad like that. He the first one that caught the bad end of that whole propaganda. Or if you lose your O, you ain't no good.
All right, man. Hey, man, shout out to Romeo Red. Salute, fam. Thank you. I'll see I'm trying to address everybody in the chat too, so y'all bear with me, man. I'm trying to multitask, listen, and address everybody in the chat, man. You know, I'm trying to multitask, and you know, shout out to my sister Bless 365, dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
She said, smash that like button. Please show your support to the channel. I appreciate that, sis. I appreciate that. Shout out to my sister Bless 365.
There's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Caller, what's your name and you're calling from?
Coach, what's going on, man? It's the like Prez.
Casino, talk to me, fam.
Now I wanted to call put my 2 cents in on the topic. I had like what Two Tone said, man. Like I was thinking about saying some other shit before I heard him, but when what he just said, bro, he really just hit that shit. Like that I feel like that's the shit right there, bro. Like but I don't feel like that apply to everybody. I feel like it applies only to the black fighters when they get to the top, because like when you because but I can do a long list of examples to prove what Two Tone is saying is true. Like even just something recently, like look at the two different attitudes towards the fighters when Rayo and Chris Colbert was fighting each other. Rayo still had everybody behind him. But Chris Colbert, we was like, man, fuck this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like Rayo got knocked out clean. Rayo got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Chris Colbert didn't even get knocked out. He went to decision. But the people who supposed to be backing him, we was like, man, fuck this nigga. This nigga look like a bumblebee. Yeah. And then Rayo, niggas still around with Rayo. He got 2 L's. You see what I'm saying? Like that shit had Lomachenko.
Yeah.
Like shit, he's still in the combo. He got 2 L's. But black fighters, we can't take L's. So I feel what you're saying, because it's like, but like when you look at it like that, bro, Devontae really jumping out there.
Because if Devontae lose, bro, that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna fuck with him, but I know the general public, man, they gonna shit on him. You know what I'm saying? They gonna sit on him. Like that's what happens with the black fighters. So like the way he broke it down, bro, I can't even be mad at no black fighters no more. Like I can't even once they get to the top, when they really get in a bag, like bro, they really putting their whole bag on the line because it's like the way our fans do our fighters, bro. Like if you lose, bro, the bag gone. So it's like you might as well carry pick and get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like if we gonna do them like that, bro, you might as well be like, man, fuck the fans, because the fans is like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
we gotta quit. Like, I'm glad we having this conversation because we going into Saturday, bro. So if Devontae get knocked the fuck out, please remember this day of this show and remember, like, bro, don't sit on that man, bro, because he ain't have to fight that nigga. He did not have to fight Ryan Garcia. So if he get knocked out by Ryan Garcia, let's not turn on him because he could have fought Pitbull Cruz. He could have fought some other Mexicans. You know, like he could have fought anybody, bro, because he's still gonna make his money. He's still gonna be, you know what I'm saying? So it's like shit, bro. Like I feel like Two-Tone hit that shit on the head, bro. Like we do our fighters wrong, bro. And I'm looking around. And, matter of fact, we just did Joe Joyce wrong on damn chat on Sunday. We just did it on Joe Joyce. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
We all did. We all just did it on Joe Joyce. But I'm pretty sure Zane, what his name was, Zane, was he undefeated?
Who Zane? No, he had one loss. I'm gonna give all that some context.
Yeah, all I'm saying is Zane wasn't undefeated.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you finish. Okay, we have other calls coming. Go ahead.
Like, my bad. All I was saying is Zane had a loss already, and he beat Joe Joyce. Niggas is celebrating Zane. You know what I'm saying? But Joe Joyce, he ain't fit now. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe Joyce ain't fit. Like that's all I seen all across YouTube. So I mean that's all I had. I just want to say I agree with Two-Tone, and we gotta be fair. That's all.
Now, okay, yeah. Shout out, thanks for calling the show on Casino Salute, fam. Now I'm gonna break this down. This is very easy. We gotta get the lights up, dog. We ain't got enough lights. Hey, I'm gonna shut the phone lines down until we need 43 more lights. Now the Joe Joyce situation, I didn't sit on Joe Joyce. What I did, I'm not saying that's what Casino said. What I said was Frank Warren was saying that Joe Joyce, the hyperbole. Frank Warren was saying that Joe Joyce was the next George Foreman. Joe Joyce would knock out Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk. He's the juggernaut. Everyone is afraid of him. And what I tell you guys is this: when you exalt a fighter who hasn't proven himself as of yet as to being the next hog head cheese sandwich or the next greatest fighter in the history of boxing, and you ignore a lot of the things that this guy's fundamentally flawed. He doesn't have any footwork. He blocks punches with his face. He doesn't know how to parry, block shots, slip and counter. He doesn't know how to do any of those things. You ignore all of those things. And when that guy gets in the ring and gets exposed, I was pointing that out. I said, no, this guy's as good as you guys was hyping him up to be. And that's the truth. You get what I'm saying? So, but other guys who was defecating on him, I can't speak for those guys, but that's what I was saying.
True.
Shout out to Ahmed. Hey, okay. For dropping that. Bam, hundo on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Phone line's back open. My man he say for nephew, he's from the International Africans. Hey man, shout out to Ahmed, man. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to for nephew, man. Kid Austin, man. Salute, fam. Shout out to Ahmed.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Hold on, phone line's open, guys. Phone line's hot. We need 300 lights, guys. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Curtis from Long Beach.
Phone, your phone staticky.
It's Curtis from Long Beach.
All right, now Curtis from Long Beach, you still got static on your phone, but we're gonna try to work through it. Salute.
Hold on 1 second. Better now?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit better now.
I think a lot of people are confusing the type of loss these dudes are taking. Somebody used the example of Cotto. Like, Cotto didn't just lose, man. He took a bad beating from Margarito. You know what I mean? Like, I think
that plays a part in how these guys are perceived as far as losing that. Oh, I don't think it has anything to do with, who the fighter is or, anything like that. It's how they lose. Cotto lost pretty bad, whereas Pacquiao, it was one shot. He went down. They're not taking beatings like that. I think that's what you got to look at. Cotto took a beating. Adrian Broner, when he got his first loss, he kind of got whooped on for a couple of rounds by Maidana. You know what I mean? Like, those are beatings. Those aren't, those last.
The difference too is people are very hard on fighters who talk a lot of trash. People are very hard on fighters who talk a lot of trash, and they're very disrespectful. Like when Adrian Broner, he spoke a lot of trash. He was very disrespectful. So when he lost, people was happy to see him lose. So and I think with Manny Pacquiao, he wasn't like that. He was very, very humble. He didn't really talk much, very soft-spoken. So people loved Manny Pacquiao's humility. And I think that's why they treated Manny Pacquiao differently. Now, I will say that there are double standards when it comes to certain fighters. I can't deny that. That is true. But we have to put it in its proper context. Manny Pacquiao had a very different characteristic from an Adrian Broner. Manny Pacquiao, he fought the top guys, and even though he did fight with a lot of catch weights, he went out there and he tried to prove it to the best of his ability. So when Manny Pacquiao lost, fans didn't turn on Manny Pacquiao the way they did some other fighters who were more braggadocious than others. So that's the difference. But Two-Tone said Adrian Broner takes a beating equals trash. But Two-Tone, you got to put in context what I'm saying. See, you guys leaving out the context. It's not as simple as black and white. It's not as simple as black and white. You taking out the context. What you're saying is partially true, but you're taking out the context. You're taking out, why did the people say Adrian Broner was trash? Why did the people say that Chris Colbert was trash? And that's what you're taking out. If you're going to say it, you gotta say that. You gotta tell the whole truth. Tell the entire part. That's what you're missing, the context. But go ahead, Curtis. Let you finish up.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying those are, like those fights stick with you. Like Adrian Broner situation, you can clearly see he has not been the same since he fought Maidana. Like, he will not let his hands go for nothing because he's scared of what's going to come back.
Yeah.
And that's the clear difference I see with him. And another knock that he gets is he didn't even try to avenge that, whereas Cotto got back in there with Margarito. Pacquiao, he fought Marquez, so many times, and everybody he lost to, there was always return matches. So I think all that stuff plays a part in how people treat you too. Colbert, he didn't try to go get his get back either. You know what I mean? So I think that's why they're receiving that criticism also. Like, when you take an L or it's something close, you got to get back in there and show like, hey, you know what? That was just a bad night. And neither one of them did that. So I think that plays a part with Colbert. Like, even now, how he was like, nah, you don't deserve a rematch. You can't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
You deserve everything that's going to come back to you after you do shit like that. So, I think it's just, like you said, the context of it. It's their character, but, also the type of loss that they took. You can lose, but if you take a beating over a course of several rounds, like, yeah, that's going to really diminish your career.
And then like the brother said, like with Margarito was a cheater. Yeah, he beat Miguel Cotto, but he cheated. The man cheated. The man had what that shit was? That
plaster Paris.
He had plaster. So I mean, yeah, he took a beating, but when you say these things, you can't leave out the fact that the guy he fought had plaster in his wraps and cheated him. Like, how you gonna leave that part out? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to give Cotto props because remember when what was his name? The Panamanian trainer.
Yeah.
Remember when his fighter did that to a fighter? He did that to the white guy. That dude couldn't fight again for the rest of his life. Cotto was able to bounce back, become champ again, and beat Margarito and still have a successful career after that.
Yeah.
So people leaving that out, bro. Like Cotto,
leaving all the context out. Leaving all the context out. Yeah, you can't leave the. That's why I wanted to listen. I said you can't leave the context out of stuff. You can't leave the context. It's a whole lot of context that you're leaving out when you say these things. You have to know these things.
Yeah, so that's all I wanted to say, man. It's just the type of loss and, how you bounce back from it. That plays a part in when people say, this fighter is done. Like, clearly, Adrian Broner has not been the same. If you watch Adrian Broner before Maidana, he was letting his hands go.
Yeah.
He didn't really care about what was coming back. Like, he was defensive-minded, but he was letting his hands go a lot. Now he is so gun shy. Like, I hate watching him fight. He throws 3-4 punches a round.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he's just not the same anymore. So that's all I have to say.
All right, shout out to Curtis from Long Beach. Salute. Yeah, you know, the context is everything. The context is everything. Now, there is some truth to these boxing fans today. There's some truth to it. And there's some double standards. Like with Lomachenko, they try to treat Lomachenko as though he never had a loss. They treated Lomachenko as though he never had a loss. And that's the facts. But you got to look at the context. You got to look at the context as well. You know what I mean? So that is true though. So there are double standards with certain fighters. There is double standards with certain fighters. That is true. But context is key. Call what's your name when you're calling from?
This is Mayo from the show.
Mayo from the show.
What's going on, Coach, man? It's a good topic, good conversation.
Yes, sir.
I just want to touch on what you guys were just talking about. You know, it's just with the way you win and the way you lose. You know what I mean? Like, I saw Bruce Ennis. He got a lot of criticism from his last fight. He beat the dude like every round. But, you know, people criticize him on, you know, just how he looked in the fight. And on the opposite end, I saw Anthony Yarde lose, but the effort that he gave, like, he gained more fans off that. So it's definitely, I don't think it's necessarily like if a black fighter just loses, he automatically trash. I mean, of course, you got people who hate you and people who love you. Whenever you got people who love you, it's going to come with hate. So, you know, you take a L, everybody really gets shit on. I mean, Canelo took his L. People shitting on him today. I heard people talk about he'd never be B-roll in no type of way. You know what I mean? So it's always going to be negativity with that positivity, you know. But to touch on the Tank Davis stuff, to me, he's not like a throwback fighter. There are fighters today that are. I mean, for me personally, all I ask for my fighters is if they talk that shit like they the best, just move like it. You know, fighters like Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and that, you know, that weight division have moved to me like they believe they're the best and haven't shown any type of funny stuff. I've seen interviews with Tank Davis. He's talking about like he's gonna retire soon, you know, to give the kid an interview. I did interviews with him where he's talking about like, yeah, he's in it to take care of his family, he's in it to take care of my people, and in it for, you know, belts and legacy and all stuff like that. You know, I hear Ryan Garcia talk. It's more like, you know, I want to be a great fighter. I want to do that. I mean, there's nothing necessarily wrong with having a desire to take care of your people, but, you know, because at the end of the day, like when all this shit's said and done, you know, it's you and your family, you know. But for me as a fan, I gravitate more toward, and I like Tank Davis, what he does in the ring. I mean, but me as a fan, I like the fighters that, you know, are in love with the sport, in love with like the legacy of it, and, you know, the people that came before them and want to, you know, prove that. I'm saying that Ryan Garcia is that. His career is lackluster as well. But, you know, just moving like you the best, and then, you know, talking that shit and then moving like it. And for me, Tank Davis is a hell of a talent, probably like a generational talent, but he just hasn't moved like that. Like Devin Haney about to fight Loma. That dude was calling you out 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
He's the young dude fighting him. You know what I mean? Like, it's just simple as that. That's, you know.
Hey, shout out to Mayo from the shot, man. Salute, fam. Thank you for calling the show, fam. Yeah, man. Shout out to Mayo from the shot, man. And shout out to Two-Tone the Superstar. He say nobody could tweet every day that Leonard ducked Hagler. Leonard got his criticism. They did say that he waited till Hagler got old after the Mugabe fight, but then Leonard did come out of retirement. So, but I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying, Two-Tone. But again, you do have to put the context with it. But I get what you're saying. Today's fans, the criteria has changed. It's different. There are double standards with certain fighters. I do agree with that. But like Canelo gets a whole lot of criticism. Like depending on which YouTube channel you watch, and then certain YouTube channels, you know, they praise him. You get what I'm saying? So there is a double standard with certain fighters, but double standards have always been there. It's just now that social media just amplifies it, to be fair. Call it what's your name, where you calling from?
Coach, what's going on? It's Casino Life Prayers one more time.
Casino,
I wanted to touch on the original, like I wanted to touch on what Tank had said about the old school fighters. And, he was saying that they way better than today. But he was saying like I wanted to speak on it. Like he was saying fighters today are trash. I didn't get what he like. Who is he talking about? Like is he because like the sport of boxing it ain't that bad. It's like it's just like his division is the problem. Like they now they starting to fight. Like he's fighting Ryan. You know, Loma's fighting Haney, but I mean that was the division. But like other divisions are doing this shit. Or like females, like I watch all boxing. Females are gritty and they fighting the best and they doing all that shit. Like Clarissa Shields got so many belts, it don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? And they'll stand in the pocket, take punches, all that gritty shit. The same with the small fighters too. Even the same with what Little Charlo is, the male. What division that is?
Oh, that's on junior middleweight.
I feel like they find the best. Like I feel like they find the best. I mean, I don't know what more you can ask. I mean, when you like, I mean, I know. I mean, I ain't trying to compare them to the old school fighter. That's not the part I'm talking about. I'm just talking about him saying the fighters today are trash. Like, but every division, it might not be the ones that it might not be the people who the face of boxing who doing this shit. But boxing as a whole, that shit getting done. Like the best is fighting the best in a lot of divisions. And the females, that shit damn near mandatory. Like the females are fighting the best. You know what I'm saying? So that I just wanted to comment on what Tank had said about the fighters today are trash. I don't see that shit. I feel like it's trash when like the welterweight division was almost there. Like Errol Spence, he done took all the belts all the way until he ran into this one roadblock and shit. But if they fight, that's the end of that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like best are fighting the best. You know what I'm saying? As far as the gritty shit, I gotta watch the old school boxing and shit. I ain't got no comment on that, but I don't like him saying that all the fighters today is trash. Like it's really just your division. It's really just you. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Casino, thank you for calling the show, fam. Salute, fam. Yeah, he didn't. Tank didn't clarify it because you can't say all the fighters today are trash. You can't say that. He didn't clarify exactly what he meant by that. He didn't clarify it, but you know, I would have liked for him to be a little bit more descriptive, like what exactly do you mean by that? That's what I would have asked. The follow-up question. That's what I would ask. Call what's your name? Where you calling from?
What up, Coach? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, this is Durant from LA, by way of San Antonio, though. I'm in San Antonio right now.
Durant from LA, talk to me.
Hey, man, I want to put my 2 cents on just Tank. I want to speak on when, did you see that live when he went live and he was going back and forth with Ryan Garcia with that other YouTuber?
Yeah, I saw it.
Man, this is my thing, bro. I don't understand why Tank needs an entourage or he needs dudes to gas him up. You know, I wasn't even feeling the fact that, no, let me be clear. I predict Tank to win the fight. But actually at this point, I'm rooting for Ryan Garcia only on the strength of, I'm tired of that diva behavior, man. Like, as young black men, I don't understand how these young black men, they be acting like divas. And then we got this little YouTuber dude that he was with over here cheerleading. And actually, he was the one that initiated this bet, to make them both bet their little purses, you know what I'm saying, to bet their whole purse and their house just to determine who's going to win. It's like, y'all, at least Ryan Garcia was stood on his square and was at least a man in that moment. And he was like, he was getting ganged up on, just like, when you see a bunch of females get together and they want to band together and they want to attack somebody and where they want to prove that they're right or wrong, they just want to be on some gang stuff. That's kind of what I was seeing. So my thing is like, Tank, he ain't really fought nobody like that. I mean, besides what we got, Santa Cruz, Barrios, and he fought a washed up Gamboa. But other than that, like he's been really his celebrity and his fame has really came off the hype of Mayweather and Ellerby, or whatever nickname you give him. But you know what I'm saying, Booger Ray. You know what I'm saying. But it's like really, if it wasn't for them, with their umbrella over him, he wouldn't be that guy like that, you know. And I mean, if you look at his resume does not match his celebrity. So my thing is this: it's like I'm losing respect for Tank because Tank is, you know, he's still acting like a diva. They act like it's just a bunch of young men that didn't have no fathers in their life, and they just feminine in a way, and it's like they act childish. And the old dude that the YouTuber that he was with, it's like, okay, you successful as a YouTuber, but you need to stay in your lane. You know, all this little clown energy, and you over here getting all in your feelings. Every time Ryan says something, you jumping up. You know, I started losing respect. I'm like, man, this is clown stuff, bro. Like, what is this?
I mean,
just fight. Why y'all even betting?
I mean, they promoting the fight. They have an upcoming fight coming up. We know they didn't bet their purses. We know that. That was just cap. And the guy, the YouTuber,
clearly,
I think he's a kid. Like, these are kids. I look at all of them as kids. Like, I have Tank them are kids. So Ryan, they're kids to me. You know what I mean? To me. So that's just what it's kid stuff. That's all.
Yeah, man. But, you know, hopefully, man, it'll just be a little more integrity because, you know, I don't really see much integrity.
They're selling they're selling the fight. They got a fight coming up. So it created a lot of buzz, a lot of attention. People are talking about it, putting eyeballs on the fight. That's all that was. Okay, I dig it, man. I just hope that these fighters will keep these other dudes that don't have nothing to do with the sport, that ain't going through what they're going through. There's only two guys that's going to be in that ring to fight, the night of the fight. So, they need to keep all these other dudes out of it because it ain't a good look on them, at least from my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rant TV, man. Salute, fam, from LA. Yeah. Salute, fam. Phone line's hot. The phone line's hot today. Ah, damn. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, Coach? You know, this Coach Eddie out of Douglasville. What's happening, Coach?
Coach Eddie, I went to the hold on for a minute. Let me get the super chat out of the way. Coach Eddie, you say out of Douglasville?
Yeah, take your time, Coach.
Out of where?
Yes, sir.
Douglasville?
Yes, sir. Douglasville, Georgia, Atlanta.
All right, Douglasville, Georgia. Okay. Hold on. Shout out to Jonathan. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, play the Jamal Charlo hot boxing video. He's saying Tank Wallow's video back to back. He said, tell me if you see a resemblance. He said Jamal should be stripped. All right. I got you, fam. And go ahead, Coach Eddie, talk to me.
Hey, Coach, like I say, your hotline, you got a hotline today, Coach.
Yeah, it's hot today.
I tuned into your show yesterday, but like you said, like what Tank said, the dude got some valid points. Like I said, I'm 45, but man, you kind of in the same neighborhood. But I remember going like watching fights like, Joe Frazier, Ali, Duran, Leonard, Hearns, Hagler, Manny Pacquiao, Eric Morales, Bernard Hopkins, Peter Trinidad, James Toney, Roy Jones, Chris Eubank, Nigel Mann, Iran Barkley, Holyfield, Bowe, Ward, Gotti, Diego Corrales, Castillo, De La Hoya versus Ike Corte. We got all these great fights back then. And these guys weren't scared to put it on the line. And what it is right now, a lot of these fights is more of an event than a fight.
Right.
Because you get real hype for the event, and then you watch the fight. They ain't doing nothing. Like, man, come on now, y'all supposed to be at each other's throat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all supposed to go in and let your hands go. And then you run around it and you kind of pity pat throughout the fight or whatever. And it's sometimes I think the event can overshadow the actual boxing match. Yeah. It's like a big letdown, like when Manny Pacquiao fought Floyd. I waited for, a knockdown drag out. It was a hug. It was a snooze fest.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, man. But like I say, I hope it's a good fight this weekend. I really hope it is a good fight. And like I say, man, the game has definitely changed. I've seen great fights on Tuesday night fights and Friday night fights. They really need to bring that back just to keep the sport going because that's what I grew up watching. I look forward to Tuesday night fights. Even though they wasn't big name fighters, you got great fights. And then I think that's what's missing in the game. We got these celebrity boxers. And if we never heard of a guy, he's automatically a bum. Well, how do guys make their bones in boxing? They come from nowhere, somewhere, like Manny Pacquiao. Nobody ever heard of him. He was a goddamn fill-in bout. And now look what he turned into. So that's why you never know who's going to be the next champion, but you guys got to get an opportunity. And that's all I want to say, Coach. Like I say, you got a hotline today. Yeah. Got a lot of good calls, but we just got to get these guys to fight each other.
Hey, man, shout out to Coach Eddie, man. Douglasville, stand up. Salute. You know, and I think, what I think is, I do think that again the criteria is different. See, this is the problem. Hold on, let me get this out the way. This request from my brother. Me say play Jamal Charlo.
We the Charlo twins. We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out,
What's
please.
up? It's the Jamal the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who want it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Mellow.
Sir.
The fans, we feeling like you not getting the best fights you supposed to. But we know Tank can fight anybody. Why is that? For me, we want to see you fight Lomachenko. We want to see you fight Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, motherfucking all the top who they say is the 4 horsemen and they anywhere around your weight class. We want to see it happen. When we gonna see it happen?
I'm not sure. I don't.
That's
that was real shit.
That's some real shit.
I don't know. That's like.
How many times you don't went in there and said, I want these niggas, man?
To be honest, I ain't never said it.
Oh, you know, I think the criteria is different. And see, this, and you got again, like Leonard Ellaby. The reason why I say I respect Leonard, I don't agree with him or everything he say, but listen to what Leonard Ellaby say right here.
And who's the next big star under Mayweather Promotions?
Ooh, we have quite a few young guns, as I say, you know, and I don't want to leave any names out, but we have a great roster of young talent, and we've been very selective about what we're doing, you know, again, because when you have, you know, an abundance of fighters, it's hard to kind of focus on. When a big fight is to be made, it has to make sense for both sides. No promoter or company is going to put their guy in an event with everything to lose and nothing to gain, especially when we talk about this. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Yeah, so again, they had a plan for Tank. And Tank is following that plan. And I say it all the time on this show. I say Tank Davis is probably the only fighter that I know. Maybe him and Canelo. But definitely black fighter anyways. He can fight this ink pen. And he'll sell out an arena. I think if Tank Davis take a loss, his fans won't turn on him. You get what I'm saying? I honestly believe that. So it's just a different era. We have a social media era right now. And that's just where we at with it. And Floyd Mayweather helped usher in that social media era. He helped usher that in. So Floyd Mayweather played a big part in that. You get what I'm saying? Like literally.
But when you are put in a certain position, he should be he's able to, like me. You know, when I was in a position, I can pick and choose who I want to, because I earned that right.
You get what I'm saying? So that's you know, that's where they at. That's the era that we're in right now. It's the social media era. You know what I mean? Social media boxing right now, and we have a lot of social media boxing fans. And Floyd Mayweather is the ushering in of the social media boxing fans. So as a matter of fact, Floyd Mayweather is the father of the social media boxing fans. Call it what's your name when you calling from?
Hey, Coach, it's Rick from Toronto.
Rick from Toronto, talk to me, fam.
Yeah, man. Just to pivot. I mean, I know all the callers and the audiences yourself are like super fly serious about the social media extravaganza with Tank and Ryan. But I'm just gonna detour a little. What are your thoughts on older tenderonis like the Cougars? You know, the Wildcats.
What do you mean? What are my thoughts on them? What about them?
Older women, man. Do you dig them? Do you dig older women?
I mean, I don't dig every woman. I mean, you know, everybody have their type. So if they're
but like, yeah. So side note, I was watching that pro boxing that Hispanic commentator Claudia Trejo. Yo, man, yeah, man. She make, you know,
I get the vibes. I get that. I get the the Lexington Steel vibes inside. The Nacho Vidal's, the Rocco Siffredi's coming out. Like when I see that woman, she's just like she's fine, man.
What you have anything to say about Tank Davis? What he said? What he said about old school fighters?
He's a lock riot, man. Tank is if he loses, as you said, I 1000% agree. All his supporters and whatever, they're gonna they're gonna they're gonna fire back, man. And because he's on the social media platform and whatnot, they'll eviscerate him overnight. Same. I'm not sure about Ryan because he gets a lot of those little teeny weeny whatever fucking followers or whatever that are not really boxing enthusiasts or whatnot. But the people who are like Tank followers, at least they're pretty much they somewhat follow boxing. So they will turn their back on him if he loses. If he loses, he has a lot more to lose. Tank has, I think, way more to lose than Ryan does.
Okay, all right. But listen, man, shout out to Rick from Toronto, man. Thank you for calling the show, fam. Salute. Toronto, stand up. Yeah, I don't know what he was talking about. But shout out to Rick, man. Shout out to Rick. But yeah, man. I'm sitting there thinking. I'm processing everything everybody is saying. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Let's pull up. I'm not gonna lie, dog. Like I keep pointing back to Floyd Mayweather. And I'm not taking the crap on Floyd, but Floyd was the one who ushered in this era that we're in right now. Floyd has been the most influential fighter in the modern day era with the social media boxing fans. You get what I'm saying? And I think these are the facts. You know what I mean? I think these are the facts. So, see, this is the thing. Floyd has had a huge impact in boxing. He's had a huge impact in boxing. Like to this day. You get what I'm saying? Like it seems like his persona, so to speak, has a cloud over the sport right now to this day.
Why would you want to talk about what a lot of time when they say, "Oh, Floyd have to do exhibitions"? My philosophy is never stop getting it. Currency over legacy.
I would like to fight President Nassim. Hopefully we can meet at 128, or he can come up to 130. We can fight, or hopefully I can fight the winner of Casamayor and free test. I'm looking forward to moving up to 135, fighting Paul Spadafore, Jose Castillo, and hopefully moving to 140 and fighting Constance Zoo.
Floyd Mayweather's not ducking or dodging any opponent out there.
You get what I'm saying? So I tell people, I say, man, we had Floyd, like there's a difference between Pretty Boy Floyd and Money Mayweather. And I say that time and time again. There's a difference between Pretty Boy Floyd and Money Mayweather. Those are two different fighters. One brother left in the chat. He said that what he said Hagler didn't fight Mike McCallum. And I don't know if he was joking or he's trying to use that as a slight for Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler had about 70 fights. So I would never penalize a fighter who's had as many fights as Carlos Monzon or Marvin Hagler because there's a fighter that they didn't fight, a young up-and-coming fighter that they didn't get a chance to fight. Do you get what I'm saying? If you're a young up-and-coming fighter, but Hagler fought John the Beast Mugabe, 25 years old, 26 years old, somewhere around there, 25 victories, 25 KOs, undefeated. He fought Sugar Ray. He fought Duran. He fought Hearns. He fought, my mind went blank, but he fought a lot of people. So you can't punish a fighter for saying, well, he ain't fight this one guy. Sugar Ray Leonard didn't fight Aaron the Hulk Pryor. But God damn it, look who but he didn't fight him, but look who he did fight. He fought Hearns, Hagler, Rafael Benitez, Duran. Fought Duran twice. You get what I'm saying? So context is everything. And if you do a comparison into today, like there's no comparison. So and we can go on and on. You know, we can go on, and I'm trying to be as chill and calm as possible today, as you can see, but we can go on and on, you know. Shout out to Tommy Tom. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Tommy Tom said, I think Ryan has more to lose because people don't view him as a true fighter. Well, if they don't view him as a true fighter, then that's the total opposite of having more to lose. They don't view him as a true fighter anyways. But I disagree with that half of it. He say Tank will sell out arenas and make big fights, win or lose. That is true. Tank will still sell out arenas and make big fights. That is true. But because no one is expecting much of Ryan Garcia anyways, he really don't have anything to lose because they're not expecting him to do nothing in the first place. You get what I'm saying? They don't expect him to do anything.
True.
Like they have counted Ryan Garcia out. He has literally been counted out. You get what I'm saying? And you know, and that's the truth.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Shout out to my brother D Style. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What do you say? He say, "Sup, coach? What's going on, man? What's going on, D Style? Salute,
Down
man."
from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
I'll be on the panel with D Style. I'll be on D Style's channel. I think Thursday. Please send me a reminder because I have 1,000 things that I'm doing. So please send me a reminder. I think it's either tomorrow or something of that sort. Just so I don't forget, because I will forget because I have a million things on the schedule. But please don't forget to send me the reminder on D Style. Shout out to Ali Maddox. Hey, okay. Dropping that half for bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What to say, Alan? Shout out to Alan Maddox. He said, when I heard the betting purse talk, I've been waiting. He said, I've been waiting for Bless to call in and ask which one is Tank betting, the green or the yellow one. She said she went off the other day. Between her and Casino Life, I was in stitches. Yeah, man, for sure, man. I feel you on that.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, man, for sure. You get what I'm saying? So again, there's a lot of things that's different now. There's a lot of things that's different now. Criterias. Shout out to Jackie Hernandez. So shout out to you, sis. Criterias, different errors, you know. And again, I don't think we're asking it for much. You got a lot of casuals in boxing now who just learning, but it's not the casuals' fault, dog. It really is a lot of the old crusty guys. They have changed the criteria as well. Shout out to John B. Poetic. Salute. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, coach? It's inevitable. D Block, Deep Down, D City, D-Ville, Baltimore. Facts!
What's going on, D Block? Talk to me.
Beautiful show, like I always say, coach. You got everything going. Now today you playing a little safe today, coach, because you know what was gonna come today, right? You getting ready. You getting ready for the rest of the week, right? You getting your voice ready for the rest of the week, because you know what's gonna go down, man. You know, all the Ryan Garcia fans, all the Tank Davis fans, we all gonna go at it. Yes or no, coach? Is that facts or not?
I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. The Ryan Garcia fans and the Tank Davis fans always gonna go at it, you know.
Damn right. It's about to get lit. So, coach, about Tank Davis, the big man in Baltimore, the man that got the statue already in Baltimore. I guess they're already making one. Is he saying that, you know, all these fighters they ain't nothing compared to the guys from back then? And everybody's been saying the same thing. Fact, you cannot, because they're legends. They're in the Hall of Fame already. You know, majority of those fighters, and even the ones that aren't in the Hall of Fame, you know, they're still legendary fighters. They could still they would have competed well in this era.
Mm-hmm.
Now Tank Davis needs to look at himself in the mirror and repeat what he said, because what he's saying is everybody else but him. You know, because he's saying he's great. I heard an interview where he said he's great, and the way I look at it is like, you got to stop lying. You know, stop dodging these questions with Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Lomachenko. I mean, how long has it been, Coach, that they told him when you gonna fight Lomachenko? It's been 4 years.
When you say they, who is they?
People that ask them questions, reporters.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's been a while. Lomachenko stuff. That's been a while now. And the thing is I think Leonard Ellerby and those guys, like, they just moved Tank differently, and what they did with Tank worked. It worked to perfection. He's the probably he might. I don't know if he's the highest paid lightweight in the lightweight division. Maybe he is, but what they did worked. So they just went down a different path with him. To be honest with you, that's just what it is.
When you look at it like that it worked, this is going to be probably his biggest payday. But just like Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, people got tired that they didn't fight each other, so people stopped buying pay-per-view events. Now that I could say that's true for Manny Pacquiao, because it started, like, his pay-per-view numbers started declining a little bit. Where Floyd was just like, people just wanted him to lose, so that's why they kept on seeing him. So I could see the point where even after this Ryan Garcia fight, and since now we know he's gonna be exposed, knowing that he's with Floyd still behind the scenes, and if they keep on giving him Cruz and some dodgy ass fighters, which I told you, Coach, this lightweight division is hot. We got a lot of top contenders right behind him that are young, and he's gonna be tracked. Now that's when the people that love him and enjoy him are gonna turn on him. And if he loses Saturday, Coach, I don't care what they say. People ain't gonna have his back, because he's supposed to be the thug. He's supposed to be the man. He's supposed to be the man with a plan, this master plan that he's gonna be one of the great ones. You know what I mean? If he gets beat, which I know he's gonna get beat, okay? If he gets beat by Ryan Garcia, I think his legacy will be tarnished. D Block, D Town, D City, D Bill, Baltimore, stand up.
Hey, we got a cash out, man. My brother Rosiki. Shout out to my brother Rosiki, man. Hey, Alabama, stand up for dropping that half for bam hundo on your boy. Cash out.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Rosiki said 4 Hour Greats had losses, meaning the greats. He said they had losses. This generation is emotional. It's a different generation. It is. Salute. So shout out to Ciccarelli. Shout out to Reyes as well. I'm trying to multitask. Make sure I get everybody in the chat. I'm trying to talk to everybody in the chat. It's different. Like, again, do some of you guys feel that after hearing this, and Ryan Garcia is 24 years old, but do some of you guys feel that after hearing this, that Tank will, I don't know. I'm just asking. Some guys feel that it is hypocritical of him. Mayweather and them moved him differently. I think Floyd and them was saying something. We got the green print. Isn't that what they said? We got the green print. Tank got his. As a matter of fact, hold on. Check this out. So if some of you guys disagree, with Tank saying this, let me ask you this question. If you disagree with Tank saying this,
trash. These fighters now, like, trash. Yeah, they trash. I think back in the day, fighters was better than the fighters today. Not far as, like, I don't know, it's hard to put it, but just the way yeah, the grit. Oh my God. Like, the way how they throw that punches, the way how, like, it was mean back in the day. I just started back watching them though, like, and they was monsters, bro. Like, monsters.
But so you get what I'm saying? So hold on, Lon. Let me get the super chat out the way. And shout out to my brother that dropped the super chat.
From the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Shout out to Ahmed for dropping that bam dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy. So if you disagree with that, I want to know, do you disagree with this? And what you say? I mean, you say somebody going to have to face Nephew eventually. Yeah, Nephew is a prospect. He still got some work to do. He's a prospect. You get what I'm saying? Just be honest with you. He still got enough work to do. Still got to improve and get better. But he will get there over time. He's only 13.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
So I want to ask you this question. If you disagree with that, where's Floyd? If you disagree with that, you got to know where I'm going at. Remember when Floyd said that Tank built his fans up from kicking ass? Do you guys agree with that? Tank got his fans from kicking ass. Ryan Garcia got his fans from YouTubers. Do you want to be a YouTuber? Or you want to be, hold on, check this out. And now, do you agree with this? Hold on, let me find Floyd right quick. Let me find Floyd right quick, because I want you guys to see it. I want you guys to see it. Do you agree with this? Do you agree with this? Hold on. And since we're talking about Hagler, matter of fact, I wanna move this out the way. I don't want no phone calls right now for a moment. Hold on. I wanna show you guys something. I want to show you guys. I'm pulling it up right now. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Hold on. I have it right here. I have it on my phone right here. Because I want you to physically see what you're listening to. I want you to physically see what you're listening to. Hold on. As a matter of fact, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Listen to this. Listen to this. Fuck it.
Up to me.
Hold on. Listen to this here. Sorry about that. That ain't the one I'm looking for, but listen to this, what Floyd's saying. Listen what Floyd's saying.
Canelo, hell of a fighter. But my personal opinion, he's ducking Benavidez. You know, that's just my personal opinion. And I'm allowed to speak my mind. That's just what it is. We want to see Benavidez. Let's make it happen.
Now listen to Floyd. I'm going somewhere with this. Listen to Floyd. Tank said that, hey man, these fighters today are trash. The old school fighters, had a lot more grit. You know, they was more mean. Yada 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 blah. That squad. They painting a picture for you guys. Follow me. Now listen to Floyd. Right. Listen to this one more time.
It's up to me. Like we keep on saying, we want to see Benavidez. Canelo, hell of a fighter. But my personal opinion, he's ducking Benavidez. You know, that's just my personal opinion, and I'm allowed to speak my mind. That's just what it is. We want to see Benavidez. Let's make it happen. It was up to me.
So Floyd is saying that
Benavidez.
He's saying that
it was up to me.
He's saying that, as you heard, Canelo is ducking. He feel like Canelo is ducking Benavidez. We want to see that, right? The only problem with what Floyd is saying is there are some fans who feel that Tank Davis have been ducking some fighters. So you can't preach that we're following the green print in one breath. Green print meaning that we pick and choose who we want to fight in one breath, but then say, I want to see Canelo or this fighter fight this guy, this guy, this guy. That is kind of hypocrisy from Floyd Mayweather, right? But hold on, I'm not finished. Oh, trust me, I'm not finished. I'm nowhere near finished. Where is Floyd, man? Where is Floyd? I think I'm too far down. Remember when Floyd said that Tank got his fans from kicking ass? Ryan Garcia got his fans from YouTubers. There are some fans, as a matter of fact, here, go right here. I found it. My bad, I found it, guys. I found it. Hold on. Here it is here.
Followers from kicking ass. Ryan Garcia got his followers from YouTubers. There's a difference. So you want to be a YouTuber or you want to be a fighter? Tank is a fighter.
So Ryan Garcia's not a fighter?
Let's hear that one more time.
I'm talking about this kid Ryan Garcia. Tank got his followers from kicking ass. Ryan Garcia got his followers from YouTubers. There's a difference. So you want to be a YouTuber or you want to be a fighter? Tank is a fighter.
And listen to De La Hoya.
Garcia's not a fighter?
Let's see this one more time.
I'm talking about this kid Ryan Garcia. Tank got his followers from kicking. Ryan Garcia got his followers from YouTubers. There's a difference. So you want to be a YouTuber or you want to be a fighter? Tank is a fighter.
So Ryan Garcia's not a fighter?
De La Hoya now.
He's been fighting since he was 7 years old. He has 200 plus amateur fights. I don't care where his followers come from, if they come from fucking Mars. The fact is that Ryan's followers are selling this fight. And plus, don't you remember you fought YouTubers? Are you putting YouTubers down? You profited from them.
So let me ask you a question. Ryan Garcia has been fighting since he was 7 years old. And there's a narrative that Ryan Garcia is not a real fighter. Can you explain to me how a guy that's been fighting since he was 7 years old have all of the amateur fights that Ryan Garcia has had thus far? How is he not a real fighter? Because he's taking advantage of the social media era that we currently live in today. And I'm saying even including myself, because I have to point out my hypocrisy as well. And where I come from, I just felt like that he's not focused on boxing anymore. He's not, and I feel like he's made a transition from boxing more so to his commercial endorsements and social media and stuff like that. So that's where I've went at with it, But to say that he's not a real fighter, that would not be correct, to be honest with you. Now, I'm not finished. Oh Lord, I'm not finished. Boy, oh Lord, have mercy, boy, I'm not finished, boy. I'm not finished. I want to show you something. I want to show you something. I want to show you something. Where am I going at with this? Somebody brought up Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Oh, you ought to know what time it TI is. Somebody brought up Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Y'all see this? What you see on the screen right here? You see the Marvelous one. This dude fought everybody. Now, there's a couple of fighters he didn't fight. But if you look at the 1 or 2 fighters, because he retired, you look at the 1 or 2 fighters he didn't fight, you got to look at the 20 or 25 fighters he did fight. I want to show you something. Let's go.
Marvin Hagler only wants the body. He bangs Marvin. Oh, Hearns may have hurt him with a right hand.
Hagler got hurt in this fight.
Hits him with an uppercut. Hagler, he's hurt. Hagler is done.
Hagler got hurt in this fight. Hearns landing bombs.
Wow, what a shot.
You see this?
Hagler who initiated it, not Thomas Hearns. On the left by Hagler.
You see this?
Comes back.
You see this?
That one's done.
Have Tank Davis or Ryan Garcia been in any of these type of fights?
He's smiling, but he's taking shots.
Errol Spence, Crawford?
Another right hand. Hearns turns his back, takes another right. Hearns in deep trouble again.
Knocked him out, that right cross.
He's down in the 3rd round and on his back, and he's not going to beat the count. I don't believe.
Nigga don't talk to me about no Hagler, man. Don't talk to me about no Hagler.
They've got to stop this fight. Does he get up? He just does.
Richard Steele. Don't talk to me about no Hagler, man. Don't talk to me about no Hagler, man. Don't talk to me about no Hagler, man. Don't talk to me about no Hagler. Don't never bring Hagler up and say, well, he ain't fight Mike McCallum. Man, look here, man. Look who he did fight, though. No, his resume is impeccable. Don't talk to me about no Hagler, man. Hagler ain't done no smoke from no nigga.
True.
Literally. Yeah, but they moved up and weighed and they fought him inside. It didn't matter. And Hagler was going to rematch him till Sugar Ray moved up. And Sugar Ray said he'll fight Hagler. Don't talk to me about no Hagler, man. What fighter you could say in the lightweight division? Give me a fight in the lightweight division. Had one fight like that there. Yeah. Shout out to JRG. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy. Man, don't get me started, man. Talk to me about no Hagler, man. Shout out to JRG. He said, if anything, Canelo can follow the green print. Since he is the cash cow, according to Floyd, he can pick and choose. Yeah, exactly.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
I'm just saying, Hagler got hurt several times. Got caught clean with the right hand. Well, everything. Like, well, I ain't seen no fights like that. Like, literally, like, they was evenly matched in skill set wise. Hagler, I mean, Hearns had a right hand, or had a hell of a right hand. Hagler ate it, though. I don't want to pull up John the Beast Mugabe. Hagler got hurt a couple of times that fight. He almost stopped John the Beast Mugabe in the 7th or 8th round. Almost stopped him, but he ended up getting him out of there in the 11th round. Knocked him out. 25 KOs, 25 years old, 25 knockouts. Yeah, 25 knockouts. Young Jitterbug. Shout out to Ali Maddox. Hey, okay. Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy. Hey, I'm just saying, like, I ain't, you know.
Received.
Playtime's over, boy.
I ain't seen nothing like that. I ain't seen nobody in the lightweight division fight like that. Whether it's Lomachenko, whether it's Tank Davis, whether it's Devin Haney, whether it's like you name them, Ain't nobody had no, you know, because the top guys ain't fighting each other. The only time you get fights like that when the top guys fight each other. Because if this guy's an apex predator and that guy's an apex predator, then you're gonna get apex predator type fights. You get what I'm saying? Alamadas, he said, I don't see Tank losing, but salute the D-block 100, because if he loses to a guy, they call it one-trick pony, only with the left hook, slow feet, no D, then add no rehydration clause in terms, it would look real bad on Tank's resume. Yeah. I see.
From the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
I'm just saying. Now, I like what Tank, hold on, this is something else. Now, this is something else now. Now, Tank right here, hold on, I'm not finished. Tank right here, what Tank is saying right here? Oh, hold on.
I'm scared. Like you're going to the funeral.
I want to show y'all something.
I'm the one fighting.
Show y'all something.
George Foreman.
Show you Ali.
Believing all the stuff you've been reading about how hard he hits. George Foreman knocked out Joe Frazier. He destroyed the kid. You might win, and the public suspect.
Show you Ali.
Hell with George Foreman. When you get out here, if you're afraid, just smile. Just act like you're
This Ali right here. As a matter of fact, this Ali. Hold on.
Like you're going to the funeral. I'm the one fighting George Foreman. You've been believing all the stuff you've been reading.
Listen, Ali.
How hard he hits. George Foreman knocked out Joe Frazier. He destroyed the kid. You might win, and the public suspect you. The hell with George Foreman. When you get out here, if you're afraid, just smile. Just act like you're happy. I'm not gonna win the fight if I went out thinking like you. Damn George Foreman.
That's what Ali said. Look what Ali did to Foreman. Look what Ali did to Foreman. Look what Ali did to Foreman. They listen, but they was shaking like booty meat back then. Yeah, man, Ali gonna get killed by Foreman. He gonna get killed. Foreman gonna kill Ali. Foreman done knocked out all the dudes that Ali fought. He put them to sleep. Ali don't stand a chance. Man, yada. They was shaking and trembling that Ali was fighting Foreman. Ali had to give his whole entourage a pep talk. What you niggas trembling for? Y'all believe in all this hype. George Foreman got this one knockout power. Can't nobody beat him. This and that. Yada. Ali was an underdog. Look what Ali did to Foreman. True. He said, y'all believe in too much of the hype. That's what Ali said. Could this fight with Ryan Garcia could this fight with Ryan Garcia, could this be an Ali moment for Ryan Garcia? Could the Tank Davis fight be an Ali moment for Ryan Garcia? Let's pull this up. Could this be Ryan Garcia's Ali moment? Just want to throw that monkey wrench out there before we wrap the show up. Could this fight with Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, could this be an Ali moment? Look at Keita. Hey, I knew what Keita was gonna say. He said this is Ali moment, coach. I knew knew Keita was gonna say so. That's why I threw that out there. I said, let me throw a dog a bone right quick and see who bite on it. Hey, Keita don't bid on it. Could this be? You know, I'm just saying though. Ryan Garcia hearing that you don't stand a chance. All the Mexicans are betting money on Tank Davis. All the Chicanos are betting money on Tank Davis. They say you too stiff. Even the interview I had with my brother Lamont Peterson. They say you too stiff. They say you ain't ready yet. You only 24 years old. Tank Davis has found his man strength. He's in his prime right now. Ryan Garcia's not in his prime yet. He's not ready. That's what they said. That's what they said. Shout out to Big Blunts. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Blunts. Just ask it. Shout out to Chickarelli, man, for renewing the membership. I appreciate you, fam. That's what they saying. Shout out to Mr. Anderson for dropping that $2 super chat. He say Tank got that 50 cal locked and loaded. Okay. Tank got the 50 cal locked and loaded, huh? You get what I'm saying? I'm just asking the question. Could this be Ryan Garcia's Ali moment? You don't stand a snowball chance in hell. You got 2 chances to beat Tank Davis, Slim and none, and Slim just got kidnapped by Leonard Ellaby. You got a rehydration clause. You fighting at a catch weight. You don't have the punching power that Tank Davis have. You's a TikToker. You's an Instagram model. Don't nobody believe in you. People are saying special prayers for you right now because they think that they think you're gonna get knocked out. That's what they saying. Tank Davis got a 50 cal loaded up. You heard what this brother right here just said. He say Tank Davis got that 50 cal locked and loaded. That's what Mr. Anderson said. Okay. Okay. It's going to be a hell of a thing. I'm going to say this. It's going to be a hell of a thing if this guy win this fight.
I actually do cuss a little.
Do you?
Also, yeah.
What's your favorite curse word?
Probably fuck.
If that guy win that fight, the next day's show is going to be very, very interesting. I want to show y'all one more thing. I want to show y'all this. Now, this is Tank Davis, as you can see. This is what Tank Davis said on this show.
How longer do you see yourself being a fighter? How many more years you think? Realistically, how much longer do you see yourself being a fighter? How many more years you think?
It depends. I got some people I want to get.
Like who?
I don't want to say their names, but
just say yes or no. Haney?
Yes.
Lomachenko?
Yes.
Teofimo?
Yes. Not really so much Teofimo.
Not so much. No. How come?
Because it's like, I don't know. Just, he ain't really like, I mean, if the fight like prevents itself, then yeah, but other than that,
he's not on your list.
Yeah, it's not on my, he's not.
Kambosos? No. Is there anyone I'm missing, or is that it?
Now he's saying he want these guys.
I don't want to say his name.
Shakur?
Yeah.
That's another one. Realistically, how much?
So he didn't want to say the names. Tank didn't want to say the names, right? He didn't want to say the names. He said, I don't want to say their names. But as you can see, you can read the subtitles. He's talking about Shakur. He said he got some fighters. As a matter of fact, let me let y'all hear that one more time. He's saying the name. Well, he didn't really say the name. The other guy said the names, but
I got some people I want to get.
Like who?
I don't want to say their names, but
just say yes or no. Haney?
Yes.
Lomachenko?
Yes.
Teofimo?
Yes. Not really so much Teofimo.
Not so much. No. How come?
Because it's like, I don't know. Just, he ain't really like, I mean, if the fight like prevents itself, then yeah, but other than that,
he's not on your list.
Yeah, it's not on my, he's not.
Kambosos? No. Is there anyone I'm missing, or is that it?
Yeah, but I don't want to say his name.
Shakur?
Yeah.
That's another one. Realistically, how much longer?
So Tank. So he let the other guy say the names, and he said, I got some fighters on my list. If Tank Davis is serious about the fighters that he say he have on his list, guess what? I'm not gonna have anything to say. Nobody gonna have anything to say. Shout out to Ali Maddox. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
They said the same thing about Joe Calzaghe versus Bernard Hopkins. No power. He gonna get beat until Tank fight the other best in his division. He ain't no legend. Period. Well, legend comes about when once your career ends. You know what I mean? Once your career ends and people look at it, that's when they see you're a legend.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
But you get what I'm saying? So if he's serious about that, if Tank is serious about that, then we'll see. But again, Hagler Hearns, Hagler John the Beast Mugabe, Roberto Sugar Ray Rafael Benitez, Sugar Ray Hearns 1 and 2. The list goes on and on and on. You know what I mean? It's the last call for the day, and I'm done. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Ricky Ricardo, San Antonio. Salute, coach.
Rick, San Antonio, talk to me.
Yeah, so no, on the topic itself, I think, he's on a high right now regarding that statement about the old school fighters. And the mentioning that some of the guys here are trash. However, I'm sure he did some self-reflection, in my opinion. I just think he's projecting he's feeling his fight. This is his biggest fight. And I think he realizes he's fighting somebody who's his equal. Whoever likes whoever to win, that's fine. But I think that's where he's at mentally. And one thing I do listen to when it comes to big fights is listening to how these guys are talking, how they're acting, some of the things that they're saying. One of the things that Tank has mentioned more than once is that he's taken Ryan Garcia seriously. So he's not sleeping on him.
No,
some of the things Garcia has said is he's pretty much talking like he's going to fight an intelligent fight. He's going to probably try and box, use his jab, use his dimensions, and fight smart. He mentioned one time that if he catches Tank hurt, he's not just going to rush in and get caught with a counter. Yeah. So these guys are saying things and I'm listening to. So this fight, to me, it's the equal playing field. Again, caliber of opposition, career-defining fights, activity, and then you're looking at undisputed belts collected in between these guys. Both of them are on the same playing field when it comes to that criteria with me. So it's an equal fight. It's a coin toss to me. So I'm excited to see it. The best fight is going to be Haney and Lomachenko. That's the real deal to me. Now, in terms of him defining his statement, that's going to come after the Ryan Garcia fight, win or lose. If he feels that way, that's his opinion, of course, but let's see what you do after that. The other thing is in terms of other guys being trash, I think that was just a little bit of trash talk in my opinion, because there's a lot of good guys out there right now. You can't shit on the whole, of course we get, you got to consider the promotion, the promotional aspect. You got networks and promoters against networks and promoters. So there are some fights that can't be made because of some bullshit.
Yeah, promoters,
but
networks.
Overall, it's a good fight.
Right.
Yeah. So, and I think he's just on that high and he's realizing like, shit, if I fight this guy's my equal right now. Okay. So now you got to show what's next, man. So, like, for example, my brother's going with Tank. I was talking to him earlier. So, we were chopping it up a little bit. He said, yeah, I'm up on my money on Tank. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool, man. So it's a good fight. Well, we're looking for it. I'm looking for it. So, yeah, to me, some of the best fighters, at least that I was around to see being young, was in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? And everything else in the footage from the 80s, I mainly watched, through footage and video and reading, articles and stuff like that. So, but yeah, man, I wouldn't be too sold on either guy. I know some people are hyped up. That's what I like about it, though. The shit talking, the banter, that's cool. That's cool, man. So that's why I stand, Coach. I just think he's on that high right now. And I think he had epiphany. He had a vision. He's reflecting right now. He's like, you know what? Yeah, these motherfuckers got down. So, and I like that mentality. So let's see what they do after this fight. Both of them. Let's see what they do after. Let's see if they if they're able to motivate these other fighters to do some of the same thing. You know, we do have some good fights, though. Let's not knock the guys who are actually doing shit like Inoue and Fulton. Usyk, he's been trying to fucking get Fury's ass in the ring. You know what I mean? So we still got guys out there, Devin Haney, Lomachenko. But we got guys, top guys still, you know, they're clashing. So let's just hope the promotional network and all that bullshit, boxing politics and boxing does not go together, unfortunately. So let's see if Tank can hang on to that statement and you know, and show us, you know, that statement that he made is true, and he's trying to bring that back.
All
That's
right.
what I got out of it.
All right, shout out to Ricky Ricardo from San Antonio, man. Salute, fam. Casino Live Prayer, shout out for you for $2 super chat. He said, Coach, how you gonna throw a Hagler grenade and then leave? I'm just saying, you know, you guys know I love Hagler, man. It's a list of them, but he's my favorite middleweight of all time. So I love Hagler. I think highly of Hagler as a fighter. You know what I mean? Like he to me, he's the personification of what a boxer is. He lived boxing. He lived it. Very disciplined guy. But anyways, I want to show y'all this then. I want to show y'all that this is 1986. Hagler was in the process of fighting John the Beast Mugabe. John the Beast Mugabe, I think he was 25-0 with 25 knockouts. People were saying that Hagler was old. He was at the end of his career, and he was old. He was at the end of his career at that time. Around that time, his age, I think he was like 32, 33 years old. That was considered old back then. And he was at the end of his career. He was slowing down. He wasn't as fast as he used to be. And people were saying that Hagler was going to get destroyed by John the Beast Mugabe. He shouldn't fight him. Let me show you what Hagler said. Let me let you hear what Hagler said.
Talking everything. I'm just going to tell you this. I'm going to knock him out. That's all it is to it. And that's the bottom line.
Hold up.
I'm going to knock him out, and he will not be the...
Hold on. Here we go right here.
I'm kind of tired of all this talking everything. I'm just going to tell you this. I'm going to knock him out. That's all it is to it. And that's the bottom line. I'm going to knock him out, and he will not be the beast no more. And this man, I will end his career for him.
You better get your popcorn and your beers and find your seat real quick, because this fight don't necessarily have to go 12 rounds, because I'm out there to rip his head off. I got H-U-R-T written in my mind. That means I'm going to destruct and destroy.
I realize now what they want to see. Every championship fight, they want to see a knockout. They want to see somebody knocked down. They want to see somebody beat up. So, hey, they're talking to Marvin Hagler. They're talking to the right man.
You know how there's no shortcuts to success, okay? But at the end of the line, there's always a stop sign. And if I had to go straight, I had to go there. There's the stop sign. So, Julie, you're going to still meet the same point at that time. And that's the way I see it. Because just like Joe Louis says, you can run, you can hide, but them shortcuts, sooner or later, you just ducked a couple, but you're still going to have the same whooping coming.
You know, so when Tank say that the old school fighters, these fighters are trash, and the old school fighter, had a lot more grit, and they was monsters. Hagler was one of those monsters. I don't care what no nigga say. Don't listen to no old crusty nigga on YouTube who don't know who talk shit about the old school fighter. Don't listen to the Leonard Ellerbees. Don't listen to none of them niggas. Don't listen to none of these crusty nigga YouTube channels, the Fag Nons, none of them niggas. Look here, man. I'm telling you niggas, man. I'm telling y'all. When Tank go to talking about the old school, and you start telling me that now you looking up to them and those guys, you know, I'm expecting you now to move like Hagler. I'm expecting you now to move like Carlos Monzon. I'm expecting you now to move like James Locks Out Tony, to move like Aaron Pryor, to move like Julian Jackson, to move like Mike McCallum. That's what I'm expecting. You want to know why I'm expecting that now? Because Tank said those. He said the magic words right out of his mouth. True, true, true. Let's give everybody a round of applause. I ain't seen no fights like that. That's all with Hagler, with John the Beast Mugabe, and Hagler with Hearns and Hearns and Sugar Ray and Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray and Roberto Duran and Hagler, and I haven't seen no fights like that. I just haven't. In the lightweight division, I can't think of one fighter who's had those type of fights. Not one. So miss me with that. Let me go ahead and give everybody a shout out to call the show, man. The phone lines was hot today, man. Shout out to Martin from Oakland. Shout out to Romeo Red from the ATL. Shout out to Jig from Alabama. Shout out to E-Money from Massachusetts. Shout out to Jamie from New York 2 times. Shout out to Warren G from the Shy. Shout out to John from Maryland. Shout out to Two-Tone, the Superstar from Phoenix. Shout out to Mike from Delaware. Shout out to Casino Light Prayers 2 times from the ATL. Shout out to Curtis from Long Beach. Shout out to Mayo from Chi-Town. Shout out to Durant TV from LA. Shout out to Coach Eddie from Douglasville, Georgia. Shout out to Rick from Toronto. And shout out to Ricky Ricardo from San Antonio. Man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. I'm just, that's all I'm saying, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to Marquis. Shout out to Nelly Content, Knockdown 305. It is what it is, man. You ought to know what time it is, man. It is what it is, man. And we gonna sit back, man, and reminisce, and hopefully that we got a good fight coming up this weekend, and hopefully we can get a classic.
I am sick of hearing these bullshit Superman stories about the Wassa legendary Bruce Leroy catching bullets with his teeth. Catches bullets with his teeth. Nigga, please.
I want somebody who really want that smoke.
Now do you retire, or do you take one of the toughest fights of your career against a young black African-American stud who's been working his ass off since he was 8 years old? Do my brother put it all on the line then? So if not, then come see me. I want some smoke. I want it all, baby.
What it is. And when these old $5 ass niggas be coming over here, popping that weed, talking that flim flam, hollering about how great they fight is, but he ain't fought nobody. This is what I say. You get what I'm saying?
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Be coming over here popping that flim flam, popping that weed. I be looking at these dudes crazy, man.
Fuck you all rolling up on for, cuz?
He must don't know. He can't know. He can't know.
I just, I want the opposite of this.
I move up in weight class, go up to 168, challenge this man for all the marbles.
The Mexican monster, yeah.
The Mexican. You keep throwing that up every time
I remember the guy was everybody scared of that guy. You talking a lot of shit. That's all I want you to say about.
I'm Alamala. I'll say shout out to you for the $2 super chat. You say Hagler say he ain't leaving it up to the judges. Nah, because he got robbed too many times. Hagler got robbed a couple of times. He like, I ain't leaving it up to the judges. Fuck that. Nah, we fixing to handle this right now. ASAP Rocky.
What about Rocky Marciano?
Hey, shout out to Nelly Content, man. I just saw you, man. Shout out to Nelly Content, man.
What about Rocky Marciano? Oh, there they go. There they go. Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass. That's the one. That's the one. Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano. Let me tell you something wonderful. Rocky Marciano was good, but compared to Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano ain't shit. He beat Joe Louis's ass.
A special prayer to those fighters who are coming around. I'm happy what I'm hearing from Tank Davis. Hopefully, he literally be a man of his word and do what he say he gonna do. He say he got some people on his hit list. I want him to have a list and just start scratching them off. Okay, Ryan Garcia, check. Vasily Lomachenko, check. Devin Haney, check. Shakur Stevenson, check. That's what I want, because Tank is that good. Tank is that good that he can do it, but we need him to prove it.
And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
All I'm saying,
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
Shout out to my dog, Booger Ray Leonard, and Eddie, the Hitman.
Sunshine when Tank's gone.
I'll smack the shit out in front of everybody.
Only dark times for you.
I mean, just throw Haney's name in the hat. There is no fucking hat.
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
I don't play them type of games.
Leonard L.B. Why you always talking about me?
Did you fucking learn your lesson from that? With AJ?
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
I'll knock that motherfucker's hole out. Period.
Only dark times for you.
There ain't no hats to throw nothing in here.
more sunshine when Tank's gone.
You fucking idiot.
Leonard Ellaby. Why you always talking about?
See my dog Booger Ray, man. They coming to see me. They coming to see these Temptations. Ain't nobody coming to see you.
I'm in the group. I'm the best thing ever happened to this damn group.
Nobody's bigger than the group.
Y'all ain't stupid. I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me.
They coming to see the Temptations.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Y'all go to ask me about your favorite fighter? Coach, give me an honest assessment of how you feel about my favorite fighter who ain't fought nobody who been ducking and cherry picking. I'm going to have to plead the fifth on that.
Plead the fifth. Plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
And listen, man, you might not like it, man, but you better respect it.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All 3 of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
Elematos for the $2 super chat. He said, we just want to see Tank fight the best. No hate, just facts. I want to see all of them fight the best. I don't want to just single out Tank, but all of them will fight the best. Tank ain't the only one. You know what I mean? Tank ain't the only one at all. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is, you know. Shout out to my dog Deontay Wilder and Tyson the Gypsy King.
Don't ever forget when I found you, you was strung out on coke. When I found you, you was like a big house, contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to Big Time Boxing. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that.
Dog 6-figure Johnny.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
but a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. Them names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican Monster.
Yeah, man, if you fight a ducking and dodging and cherry picking, bobbing and weaving and all that stuff there, this what we feel about.
Fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
I don't know what time it is, man. To all the Tank Davis fans, I know you guys are celebrating right now, so I'm going to do this dance for you.
Turn around. Yeah.
My sister Lisa Bells, Nelly Content, Swat Jones, Mighty King Boxing, Jamie Rivera, Gertz, Super 69, Rick Timms, Kenneth Johnson, Knockdown 305, and to the lovers out there. And you know what? Shout out to my dog Booger Ray Leonard and Floyd. Like I said before, Money Mayweather. They were such a good team.
Make it last. Make it last forever. Don't let I love me.
Swat Jones, everybody, man, everybody I forgot, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Much love to everybody, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You know my motto, don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on.